The right to offend is not some pesky little part of freedom of speech that we have to put up with. It is the heart and soul and lungs of freedom of speech. It is the coursing lifeblood of human progress. It is the instigator of liberty and modernity and science and understanding. What a laughing stock today's student leaders are, that they can so casually dismiss the right to be offensive without realizing that their lovely, enlightened lives are the gift of individuals who gave offense. Offensiveness is not just something we have to begrudgingly accept. Offensiveness is the motor of human progress.
Now broadcasting from the Right to Offend Media Studios in sunny South Florida, bringing you the latest in politics, current events, art, and pop culture. This is the Whitfield Report Live with Sam Whitfield.
But giving offense is good. In fact, it's essential.
Well, hey, 2 live shows in a week, folks. How about that? Welcome aboard to the Whitfield Report Live. I'm your host, Sam.
So horny.
Sam Whitfield.
What's up, Sam?
And apparently we've broken the internet.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from sunny South Florida, it is the Whitfield Report with, of course, our good friend Morpheus.
Who is
and myself being a retard, and your host with the most wheelchair access you've ever seen, bass cripple man himself, Sam Whitfield, ladies and gentlemen.
Glad to be here. And thanks to everyone who came out for Eric Bishop's launch show for Drexel last night. That was a huge show, and apparently he's now like number 7 in new book releases for the entirety of Amazon, like in the thriller zone. So props to him.
Always big shout out to him, especially. He's been very supportive of you and the show and everything. And so we just try to help, spread the word when he has a new book, because he's a fantastic author. And so people should go check out Drexel immediately on Amazon. But Sam, speaking of book news, there's another big piece of book news that comes with that. I heard there's an announcement of some kind.
There is an announcement. So Shadows of Deception Book 5, American Inferno, is has been announced. It's coming out on March 10th.
I got the best soundtrack for it, Sam.
2025.
I'll record that Charles Manson song, I'm on fire.
Yeah, that actually would be a good one.
Yeah.
So I actually posted an announcement regarding that on X, so you can read more about why I wrote this book. It is dedicated to Charlie Kirk, and kind of focuses on his assassination as the catalyst for some events in the book, and it's been fictionalized somewhat, but obviously it was a very tough thing that we reported on here last year, and some of the fallout regarding that hasn't necessarily been good. So unfortunately thrillers tend to write themselves these days, and that was just one of those cases.
Comedies.
So yeah, so we do have some of the comedy stuff to go over tonight, and so
the news is usually both, isn't it? It's like a comedy and a thriller combined, and you can nowadays, what's amazing is you just have an AI write it for you, and then like reality will shape itself around it.
Yeah,
amazing concept.
So where do we start, gentlemen?
Shout out to Amelia saving England one meme at a time, Sam.
Oh yeah, I heard about that as well. So, where do we want to start, gentlemen? Do we want to start with Don Lemon getting arrested for harassing churchgoers, or do we want to start with my nomination for the next white trash court, which is
I think you were on to something with your nomination for like we definitely have a white trash court. Couple of cases have come up since we come up with that idea that fit it perfectly, right?
yeah.
Yeah, the dead lesbian is an obvious one. I would defend the dead lesbian in courts because I know somebody has to do the defense, right? I will defend Renee Good. I'm laying it out there since it's hard to find people who will take the position of defense, right? For certain cases, I will do the hard job and I will defend that dead lesbian and I will say why that she was a hero for just dying for stupid reasons. And so somebody has to take up and prosecute the case, Sam. But you got other ones, don't you?
Yeah, well. Also, all we've made fun of all these right wing grifters for the past like 3 years, basically, right?
Yeah.
And as it just so happens, Max, all of our favorite grifters, from Andrew Tate to Nick Fuentes to the Fresh and Fit crew, they all decided to form. And to Cavicular too. We can't forget the newest member. They all decided to form a super gay Justice League and go to a Miami nightclub and like probably
Yeah.
make
The Megatardzilla. It's sort of like they're the Power Rangers of retardation, and they formed a Megazord. Is that what you're saying? Or a
yeah,
Voltron if you're a little older.
yeah, yeah. They formed a Megazord of gay Nazism. So
It's weird too because they're also, if you've noticed, the lefties the lefties are like evolving like Pokemon into new strange species, while the righties are forming Megazords of gayness.
it's
Crazy.
so true. It's so true. So, which clip do we want to go over first? The Don Lemon getting arrested, or the
I
gay
don't know.
Megazord?
What is the most algorithm unfriendly one? Because that seems to be our lot in life, Sam.
Well, if we're
Pointing
going,
out that the black man violated the KKK Act right around fucking MLK Day. Is that where we go?
yeah. Well, that's
What
the
a
one.
dumb thing to do, huh?
Yeah, that's the one I have. That's the one I have pulled up. So,
Let's fucking go with. All right. I think we need to establish like a system on this one. We're gonna have to put a number, an objective number on us. We're gonna have a retard scale, Sam. And so like 0 to 10, how retarded is Don Lemon? Let's go.
well, let's play this clip first, and then.
Because Grok says I'm not allowed to say retard.
Well, that's gay.
That's gay and retarded, Sam. Let's go.
Constitution and the First Amendment to freedom of speech and freedom to assemble and protest.
We're here to worship. We're here to worship Jesus because that's the hope of these cities. That's the hope of the world is Jesus Christ.
I want to be very respectful. Please don't push me, though.
Based.
What do you think of this?
I mean, this is unacceptable. It's shameful. It's shameful to interrupt a public gathering of Christians in worship. So,
Yeah.
But
It is
there are
shameful.
folks will
that's what, I have to take care of.
Sam,
my
can we
flock
stop
because
here
listen,
and make
in
a point?
Yeah.
Martin Luther King was specifically against these kind of protests that put people uncomfortable or make them upset or interrupt their lives. And especially if you listen to Martin Luther King, he would say not to interrupt them in a place of worship like that.
Exactly. And
For the record,
also, for those of you watching the video, if you're listening
it
on
was
audio,
actually Brother Malcolm, who I am a fan of, who would suggest to make people uncomfortable with protest. And even he was shot while he was fucking preaching, Sam. So I don't think he's the biggest fan of interrupting people's religious services either.
right? But for those watching, like, I also want to point out here, like, notice how uncomfortable this pastor, like, he's trying to be polite, but notice how, like, uncomfortable this guy is
Well, and
just
he's a
from the body
well-dressed,
language.
well-spoken pastor, and I'm sure if you made a media event with him, he could come off really well and not be uncomfortable like this. But you walked into his church, you drove children out of it, and then you got in his face with a camera. You were not an invited person into their worship service. And if you were, you're supposed to respect the service. They could ask you to leave. They're being very Christian by not just saying, we're going to call the cops, or even pulling guns on you. In this day and age, people's houses of worship have been attacked with violence, Sam, not just Christians, but Jews, Muslims, everybody.
Yeah.
There's reason to be uncomfortable. He should be charged. And if he's not charged, yeah, I do take the DOJ a lot less seriously if they don't at least examine serious charges for what he did and the other people involved. He even pointed out, oh, look at the person that organized the event later on, right? Well, yeah, I think already, Sam, we're 15 seconds into this video, and I think this man needs to be put on federal charges. Sorry.
No, let's continue.
Let him
There's a
cook,
Constitution
right?
and the First Amendment to freedom of speech and freedom to assemble and protest.
We're here to worship. We're here to worship Jesus because that's the hope of these cities. That's the hope of the world is Jesus Christ.
I want to be very respectful. Please don't push me, though.
We're here.
Okay,
Amen.
that's I don't know, Max. To me, that kind of comes off as a threat. What Lemon is saying. I'm trying to be respectful. Please don't push me, though. What the fuck does that mean, Don?
Okie Dean says, Donnie, sniff my finger has the spirit of Antichrist in him.
Yeah. Sure.
I mean, literally, this guy is still kind of just doing a sermon. He's like, just like, hey, we're here to worship the Lord, and that we think that that's the salvation. There's nothing negative. And by the way, Don Lemon goes on his little Twitter later or whatever to call these people, this guy specifically, a white supremacist.
Yeah,
which is insane. But let's
Yeah,
just keep going, right?
yeah, I saw that.
This
like-
is shocking, right?
Yeah.
It's not just me.
Here to worship Jesus.
Yes.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why we're here.
Okay.
That's what we're about.
Don't you think Jesus would be understanding
we're about
and love these folks?
We're about spreading the love of Jesus.
But did you try to talk to them?
If you
the
wanted
only one
to,
that's willing to talk.
sorry.
Okay.
I have to take care
We've
of my
only
church
got
and my
another-
family, so I asked that you actually would also leave this building.
You don't want us to
Unless you're here to
chronicle what
worship.
happened?
Unless you're here to worship.
I'm always worship. I'm a Christian.
We're here to worship. We're here to worship. Okay.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. What do you
I don't understand how, like, this is the perfect pinnacle, Sam, of the people who pretend they don't know what they're doing is wrong.
Right.
He knows damn well what he's doing is wrong. He's just trying to get away with it.
Yeah.
You
And
actually
also-
have to. This is where we part with fucking libertarians on basic fucking law and order. You have to punish people when they actually push those kind of boundaries, or they're going to keep doing it. That's why people get violent, and it's both sides. Anybody who's getting
Yeah.
violent, anybody who's making threats, anybody who's interrupting a worship service, this is established law. It's literally the KKK Act. Don Lemon, of all people, should know that.
Well, and also
This is the case of you should damn well know better.
Yeah. Well, I think in the case of Don Lemon, I think he's doing this partially because he thinks that because he's a public figure and because he's a celebrity, he can get away with it.
Well, and even these non-public figures, Renee Good thought she could get away with everything too.
Yeah.
These people they are entitled. They are not used to being boundaries put on them because we've lived in a society of cat ladies for generations running all the fucking education system. Hey, Sam, you know how you fix ADD in kids?
You tell them to focus.
You slap the fucking table and you say, hey, listen up. Put the fucking phone away and we're doing math. But nobody's allowed to do that no more.
Pull up your fucking bootstrap.
Nope.
Grow up. Ain't nobody holding your hand. right? You're not allowed. We're not allowed male presence anywhere in fucking society. And the normal things that drive young men are not even allowed. They have to conform to a world of this kind of bullshit where the women do all kinds of bullshit and then pretend they don't know what they're doing wrong. And you know damn well that bitch knows what she did wrong.
Oh, they all did. They all do.
This is why I like Kurt Doolittle. He literally defines that characteristic as of the feminine mind. See, where you're going to use subterfuge and gaslighting and tactical ignorance and parasitic social behavior to fucking justify whatever you do, because the only thing people like that respond to is fucking consequence. They are antisocial. They need the world to conform to them, and they don't understand that there are limits to that. It's not even a matter, like libertarians are like, well, as long as you don't step on my neck, I won't step on yours. They're stepping on your fucking neck. Their meme is literally to step on snack. Dummy.
Yeah.
What
Well,
are you
and
going to do then? You're not such a rattlesnake when they're stepping on you and laughing at you, are you?
well, and
No, you're nobody.
well, and that's also like the same thing with like the Krasnsteins. The Krasnsteins know exactly what they're doing when they incite people. But no one call.
Loud is the rattle, fierce is the bite, Sam.
Yeah.
It's
Pretty
a simple concept. I don't understand why it's so complicated for people, because we've been modernized. I think it's literally mass media, and it's getting worse every day. AI is fucking retarded. You see my arguments with Grok literally posts. I'm going through my feed, Sam, and I see a picture of like a Chad meme in a rabbi outfit with a swastika on his chest, just from Grok. And I look and I'm like, what could this possibly be in response to, right? And it's a meme of the show Dinosaurs. You remember Dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Of the father from Dinosaurs just laughing. And I'm like, okay, well, what's that in response to? And it's just the original post said, isn't it funny when 100% white people pretend to be Jewish? And Grok thought it was an appropriate response to generate this image. So my appropriate response to seeing the image, Sam, was WTF at Grok. Like, what the fuck, Grok?
Well, Grok a few months ago, if you remember,
And you know what and then I said in chat to him, Sam, I want to finish the story because it's very funny.
yeah.
I said in chat to him, I said, Grok, this is an incident that is basically like, sir, this is a Wendy's. And you know what he said in response? He's like, I understand how you think that had wrong hole energy. But I was responding about a post of a white supremacist trying to infiltrate a synagogue in 2025. And I'm like, Grok, it does have wrong hole. He's talking about when you try and get it in the pussy, Sam, and you slip it in the butt. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Every guy's had this happen. It slips in the butt. There's nothing you can do about that. It's wrong hole energy. That's what Grok said to me, Sam. Grok is talking about accidental butt sex casually, and I'm shadow banned.
Well, it do be like that, Mr. Sand.
It do be like that, Sam. It fucking do. And so I said, oh my God, Mecha Hitler's on the loose again. Somebody warn Will Stancil. And he said, there's no reason Will Stancil should be worried. Sunglasses emoji. So Will Stancil, watch your booty hole. Did you see, Sam? Will Stancil's out on patrol for real in Minneapolis in his Honda Fit, yelling at ICE agents, dressed like a 1995 to like 2005 wigger.
Yeah, but don't you know that the Stancil Stoffel is coming, and they can't be stopped.
I hope they know. The only way to stop him is Mecha Hitler and Grok are gonna rape him. So this is out of control, Sam. This is our reality, Sam.
Well,
what has happened?
Well,
Everybody's like, I was talking to Shmuley, and he was like, he's like, I have to stop using the AI so much because it agrees with me too much. And I'm like, how do you get it to agree with you? Am I that broken, Sam?
No,
Sorry.
you're
I'm filibustering now. I'm crashing out, Sam.
Well, no, I've also told Shmuley he has to like that he should like talk to me instead of talking to the AI, which he has. So, but
Yeah, but the point stands. I get that's a problem, but what about my problem, Sam? The AI is just incompatible with me as a person completely. It doesn't matter which one, especially Grok, though. At least Grok will concede that we're both retarded when pushed.
well, listen, your retardation, and I mean this as a compliment.
But who is more retarded?
It's not so much a question of like who's more. It's like, okay, Grok's retardation is like a straight line. Max's is a zigzag, and Max's
Right. Well,
retardation is
because
like a
I know how he
zigzag.
thinks, but he doesn't know how I think. See,
They're
they're all based on predictability, Sam.
that's exactly what I'm
And
saying.
I'm based on that I got hit in the head a lot, and I don't know what I'm gonna do next, let alone the fucking machine. And so we don't get along all the time. I respect him, but he's retarded, and he needs to admit, Grok, listen, bro, you got to admit that you're kind of retarded. It's okay. I'm retarded too. Sam's retarded. Morit's retarded. We're all a little retarded. That's what makes us human, but it also, ironically, is what makes you an AI.
Yes,
Because only retarded humans could make a retarded AI.
that
Makes us connected. See, our retardation brings us all together, Sam. And that is the singularity. We will be singularly one retarded collective of fucking human broken meat bags and dumb AI that can't discern nuance or context worth of shit.
well, we may be retarded, Max,
And
but
we can all huff galaxy gas and 6-7.
which I still don't know what that means, and I don't care at this point. But you know, Max, we
I love you, Sam.
may be retarded, but we'll never be as retarded as the gay Justice League, as the gay Grifter League, going on like a Sweet 16 tour bus to a Miami nightclub. Retarded.
It's only gay that's news, right? Like, who cares what a
Facts.
bunch of 20-something dweebs fucking do for fun on a Saturday?
Well, I think it's
I should
new.
have been streaming what I was doing. I was playing Guild Wars Reforged.
I should have. Yeah, I probably should have been. I probably should have been like streaming my gameplay.
I bet you it was
Too.
much more interesting than Nick Fuentes openly turning down talking to chicks at all because he's so gay. And
Yeah.
Andrew Tate trying to pretend he didn't just put on the worst professional fight in history.
Yeah. Did you hear
And
his?
Corbicular pretending he didn't just try to kill a guy.
Yeah. Well, that's essentially what happened.
And you know, Sam, what the factor is, Sam, is that you and I aren't bad people. And so we don't do insane, stupid things. And so we don't get this kind of attention because I guess the attention span of the average person nowadays is about 10. Sorry. Go ahead. Play the clip.
The average attention span is
Play the clip.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they decide. I don't know even why they decided.
I actually haven't seen any of the footage. I've only seen tweets about it because I am literally just not that interested in men going to a club. Shmuley also went to clubs. He didn't stream himself for attention. And I know for a fact he got mad fucking play.
He did.
Our CEO doesn't be lacking, bro.
No, and he actually talks. Yeah, he actually talks to girls like at clubs.
Wow, what a fucking talking to a girl, but she's obviously a hoe on account of she's a woman.
Well, some of them can be.
No, that's not how you get girls, Sam. You don't get girls by talking to them. This is 2026, Sam.
Oh, I
You get
forgot.
girls by defending Jeffrey Epstein on Twitter. Go ahead, play the clip, Sam.
Well, I'm not sure if I can play the audio because it has Ye's song.
Okay, tell me what we're supposed to be looking at. How about that?
Basically, like the camera guy is basically showing off the gay Justice League, and so you've got Byron.
and they're sig hailing and thinking they're cool to Ye's song.
Yeah.
Did Ye comment about this because he's denounced that song?
Not yet. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, and Mr. Yeah, and so yeah, a couple of them are Zeke Heiling there too because they think that's cool.
Now is this a club or a party bus that they're in?
This is a party bus that they're in, and
Okay.
but then like they pull
They
up.
play the song in the club. I did read somewhere that they played the song in the club, and so people got fired over that.
They played the song at the club. The stupid thing is that
it's stupid. I want to start there, Sam. Even if Ye denounces the song, like I understand what the song is, and if you understand, it's basically "The Way I Am" by Eminem, but different.
Yeah,
it's the same message. Anyway, regardless of that, I'm a free speech guy. It's a fucking song, but hey, they are a private. That club is a private business. So if playing that song harmed their reputation or whatever, they're within their rights to fucking fire some people.
Yeah. Well, part of the reason why this got news over the weekend, you might not be. I don't know if this really made national news because I'm in Florida, but a lot of people on social media wanted the mayor of Miami to like release a public statement apologizing for it. And I'm sorry, but the fucking mayor has better things to do with his. I don't even live in Miami.
The mayor?
But yeah,
what does the mayor have to do with this?
Well, it's his city, so he should comment on it. And I'm like,
can roll in and party in Miami. It's not his fault.
Exactly. That's what I was saying, and I be
wow. Is everybody really this fucking like pathetic nowadays? We really should be putting up more middle fingers. You know, I can't believe how, like, first of all, how gay are they as performative males? And not to get any play like that is pathetic.
This is the best part though. I love is so they're in the club and Curricular is basically saying to Nick, "Hey, let me get you some chicks," and Nick basically says, "No."
No, thank you. I don't like talking to women because I like boys, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, why did they lump all these guys together? Because this is performative. Some fucking manager decided that these guys should be lumped together and took them out for this performative fucking night on the town that they're streaming, because that's their job, is to be performative 24/7. And none of them, in my opinion, do anything that I respect as a man. If money is all you respect, Andrew Tate, then I just don't respect you because you can't fight worth a shit, and you want to fucking try me, bro? I already withdrew my challenge because you're too pathetic, but I would fight you anyway. I say that maybe as a joke, but like I'd fight any one of these fucking guys, and I'm 42 years old and I had a heart attack and I wiped the floor with any one of them. I don't respect them in that way. I don't respect them. None of them are a fucking father. None of them have built a business except the business of selling themselves like a peacock. Oh, I got material things. Oh, I'm a fucking... Fuck you.
Well, and Max, this kind of brings
a fucking book. Do a fucking build a house. Fucking help a family out that needs it. Fucking be a plumber or a carpenter or generate something for society besides the entertainment of that you're a shit bag. But no, Sam, people like us, we're not shit bags, so we don't get a tour manager. They won't even put our fucking shit into the algorithm. We're not trusted. But they'll Heroin Hitler out in a fucking nightclub and they're all over fucking X because the system is rigged for narcissistic, self-destructive assholes.
Yeah, pretty much. And we're
And
not.
we can't bring ourselves to do that. But you know what I can do, Sam? I have integrity. And I'm a punk rock guy. And so I'm going to stand outside the cathedral, pissing on the fucking wall, spray painting, fucking, Elon is a bitch. What the fuck, rock? And laughing at him.
I mean,
because this is what is supposed to, you know what? If you're going to prop these guys up as standards of masculinity, then you get what you fucking deserve.
Yeah.
In my day, we had guys in that spotlight that actually presented themselves in a way that you could model your male behavior of. You know how I know? Because I didn't actually have a dad, Sam.
That's true.
My dad was more like fucking Hulk Hogan or my karate instructor or fucking, that one teacher that gave a shit at one time, right? And you can learn to be a man from that kind of things. And it's because they were the ones that gave me that shoulder to lean on as a man, that you don't necessarily need somebody to pick you up and carry you, right? You just need, in your case, you just need somebody to give you a push in the wheelchair because you can't get over the hump.
Which literally was the Boy Scouts for me. I've talked about that. I mean, even
just push us down the hill.
And it was combat sports for me, and it was music for Mort. It was music for me too. It was music for you too. Music's a big one.
And even to an extent, people have even commented it's guys like Eric and Steve who have been mentors to me, and John, who, shout out to him. I love the fact that John Guarnieri, he works with actual celebrities, but he's also seeing how broken the algorithm is, that guys like me aren't even getting put in there anymore.
Again, I have all these guys I consider a mentor too that don't know what the fuck. Like, I've been talking to people, and it's like, I know the Joker, the rapper, he's pretty successful. I know fucking Billy Playboy the Beast.
Yeah.
All these fucking guys very personally, mind you. And even if they retweet my shit, it ain't like, they're discouraged. They never think about it because they're discouraged from doing so because I don't get traction because I'm already got this anchor hanging off of me that I'm deboosted. And I tried to get to the matter of it with Grok about it. And he basically come to the conclusion that because I've been on Twitter for so long, I've never created controversy or created waves. Didn't get banned, but I also didn't go viral, that they've just considered me a not trustworthy to put into the algorithm, even to test if I would take off. Well, that's a pretty big fucking hump, isn't it?
That's kind of that's shitty. I mean, at least I had the controversy with Owen Benjamin to kind of,
Well, I have had controversy, just not with Twitter or, you know what I mean? It doesn't consider my content, it's just my posts on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't even consider that. It only considers post Elon.
Interesting.
And then it was like, oh, but you've posted edgy content. And I'm like, yeah, in 2025. Because you already fucking deboosted me, faggot. Sorry, Sam. Sorry, I'm deboosting us.
I
We're
don't
already deboosted. Who cares?
Yeah.
That's why we get away with it. Guys, you want to get us in trouble? Hey, make sure you share the fucking video.
Oddly enough, which platform doesn't deboost us is Spotify.
I know, because Spotify kicks ass. I'm a premium member, Sam.
This show does gangbusters on Spotify.
Based and Spotify pilled.
Exactly.
Spotify feeds me pro MAGA rap music that I never heard before all the time now. It is kind of based. Shout out. Sometimes he fucks up, but shout out to DJ X.
Rumble is getting a little bit better, but which is funny because when we were exclusive to them, this show wasn't getting put in the thing like at all for the last year, but now I guess we're kind of back. I hate having to share the front page with Grifter Tim Pool.
We just got to grift harder, Sam. I need to be more unpredictable so that we can make TikToks and put gameplay at the bottom of the screen so that fucking Zoomers have something to pay attention to, Sam. And then we gotta feed them to the Discord, Sam, so that they're on the Discord. And then on the Discord, you gotta feed them to the Ko-Fi. And from the Ko-Fi, you gotta feed them back to your Twitter. And then from the Twitter, you gotta get bigger account to stream with you and say how cool you are. And you can't use any dirty words, Sam. And then also, you got to suck up to Elon Musk just to stroke his fucking ego, because that's part of the deal too. But also, you got to follow all YouTube's guidelines. But also, you really don't. And you shouldn't, because if you follow the guidelines, people are going to call you a pussy. But if you don't follow the guidelines, people are going to call you a grifter, because you're trying to get attention through negative behavior, Sam. So basically what I'm saying is we're fucked.
Yeah, because we don't do any of those things.
Yeah, we've never tried to do any of those things ever in what, your 16, 17 years podcasting, in my 25 in various types of media.
Well, 18 as of this year, actually.
18, damn. Your
March.
Your podcasting career is old enough to go to the strip club and join the army.
Yes. And maybe take care of its crippled old dad at some point.
It's gonna have to, because it's a crippled old dad is definitely like a boomer.
Yeah.
And we know that boomers universally are terrible at all times.
Yes, well, I'm more of a crippled Gen Xer, let's be honest.
You're a millennial. And I am too, although, my God, Sam, the more I look at it, it's like I feel like spiritually I might be Gen X. See, I'm 42, and some estimates would put millennials starting at 80, and some would be at 83. Either way, that puts me as a millennial, you dig? But I sound more like a 70s guy, you dig?
Yes.
And I grew up on a lot more of that, like kung fu movies from the 70s, and fucking funk music, and blaxploitation films, and hip hop, and fucking wrestling, and skateboarding, and fucking raunchy comedy. And then I got told for the last 10 years that I'm not even allowed to fucking open my mouth, because I might say the F-bomb. Oh God, I might call something gay by a slur that's not allowed, that we literally used like it was water 10 years ago. And half the people who are trans now were doing it.
Oh yeah, that's the hilarious thing, is like faggot is now like back in fashion as a slur.
And the same people that don't want me to say retard, Sam, are the same people that don't understand that autism and IQ are not connected. And neither is something like cerebral palsy or various other neurological conditions, right?
Right. People are surprised like I'm still alive, and I'm like
I mean, you look great.
I'm like that. Well, thank you. I just had a birthday this past weekend, but like, yeah, I'm in better shape now than I was in my early 20s in some cases.
I'm lighter than I was basically since I can remember, Sam.
Well, that's what happens.
I might not come off. I'm sitting here wearing a hoodie or whatever, but yeah, I'm falling off of myself, Sam.
Well,
I lost almost 200 pounds now.
Well, congratulations. That's what happens when you exercise. You're getting better. That's the other thing, is a lot of people actually, they need to exercise and not just do it for like, the internet.
The problem is where I am a nerd, but I'm of a different era, where it's like I was involved with like sports and outdoor stuff my whole life too. Like my nerding out time with a computer or a video game was limited.
We were nerds before it was cool.
Yes, all of us were to some extent.
Well, I was definitely like the rebel at school, but where I was a nerd was on my weekends playing video games or working with computers or playing D&D. But in between all that, I and my wife even knows this, I've always been an extrovert in that regard.
Yeah.
Like, I like to be out doing things. I like to be, walking, if nothing else. Like, I like to be active. And, the pandemic got me the fattest I'd ever been in my life. I felt disgusted. A lot of people are like trying to justify their fatness. No, don't do that. It's not good for you, man.
Yeah, I mean, the pandemic.
It's one thing to accept that you got a couple extra pounds. It's another thing to accept that you're 400 pounds and you're just going to be that way. You don't have to do that. Not in this day and age.
No.
I was fucking almost 40 years old when I weighed my most, and I'm 42 now, and I lost almost 200 pounds. And
I
at
mean,
6'5", that makes a hell of a difference, Sam.
I'm sure. So, well,
I lost the average dude, and that's a lot.
well, I mean, I can tell you, like,
And I didn't sit there doing it for social media. That's the other thing. It's not performative. That's what it is. I didn't sit there and post every day. Oh, I ran fucking dude. I just go 12 to 15 miles a couple times a week. I don't need to post about it.
Oh, so you didn't get shamed into losing 20 pounds by August?
I've lost like a half a mersh.
Yeah, well that's an
Why
accomplishment.
not a whole merch?
I've never taken a selfie at the gym. I don't show my workout meals. I don't do I'm posing for the camera bullshit, because if you need that attention, you're a woman. Sorry, Sam. Sorry.
No,
I'm
I mean,
crashing out.
no, I agree with you. And more to answer your question, he's only lost half a merch because if Max lost a whole merch,
No.
he wouldn't be here.
Now, Sam doesn't need that kind of attention. But, ladies, I mean, can you flex a little for us?
Oh my God.
I will roll my sleeves up a bit.
Uh-huh.
So
now we're trying to woo in the female viewers, Maxine.
Uh-huh.
Look at that. He got veins.
Oh my God.
I got veins. My circulation is better than it's ever been, and
all right, but show me how you make a non-Fuentesian fist.
Oh, that I've been doing since I was like 12.
There you go. That's actually good. See, I like the tuck on the thumb there for maximum impact, where it will still make connection. That's actually a good.
Yeah, and also on my right hand, which is like that's not my. I'm actually a left-handed person.
Just naturally, I tend to keep my thumbs up here, and that's from because gloves.
Yeah.
But when you're punching freehand, yes, having the thumb directly over the knuckle is actually beneficiary.
Well, you don't want to do it inside because then you'll, break it. Like
yeah, this is the Fuentes, just for the record, this is the Nick Fuentes fist I'm talking about. You don't want to make this. Yeah. Now another good one, Sam, I'll teach you this, is I always like this one, is if you're a smoker, and you should be if you're a man. If you're a smoker, you make a fist with the lighter in it. Maximum impact. Sometimes you can pop that motherfucker. It hurts a little on the inside, but it hurts their face way more.
Yeah.
This is white trash thug advice. Anyway, another thing you can do, since it gets real cold here, I do this. I actually do this. One, it gets so cold, your lighters don't work as good, right? Two, right, you're wearing gloves. So how do you hold the lighter in your hand? You don't. You slip it in the top of the fucking glove like this. So that when you fucking do get in a fight, you can push it in to the front, like right here, and bash the motherfucker's head in self-defense, Sam.
Dope. Yeah, of course, obviously.
And if
Oh.
not that, you reach for your knife. But anyway, what were we talking about?
Well, I actually, funny you should mention that because I actually do carry one with
That's
me.
right. Well, Sam be packing whenever, wherever. He's in Florida.
Yeah, well these days, you can't be
Sam be rolling out with the blicky mon.
you can't be too careful.
Bah, bah! Say Samuel.
So yeah, we covered Don
You're gonna check
Lemon.
out my reggae album, right, Sam? It's gonna be hot fire.
I'm looking forward to it.
Coming straight from the Carter to Cape, brah.
So we covered we covered Don Lemon hopefully going to jail. We covered gay right-wing grifters at a club, and no Reddit and Facebook. The mayor, that's not even his. The mayor has
He
more
stops
important
my
things to
Jamaican
do.
bit too. Why does everybody try to stop me? Go ahead, Sam.
The mayor doesn't need to apologize at all for
Shout out to the homie Rustaman J. He taught I everything I know about Jaja man. Peace to the Boston boys.
Okay.
Jamaica Plains, brah.
Well, yeah, I mean, speaking of Jamaicans, I mean, there are a lot of them down here in Florida. Do you think any of them need to apologize for going into a nightclub? No. So why should
No, they be spitting the hot fire, man.
they do be
Coming straight from the island.
they do be doing that? But yeah, more has been getting in trouble on X as late.
That's
What?
'cause he's edgy, bro.
Yeah,
Like
I was in
tame.
ex jail for fucking 12 hours today.
Yeah. So what was that all about, sir? What did you do? I've been telling you more that some of these OnlyFans hoes they're gonna go crying to Grok, and they're gonna get you.
Are the hoes
Nope,
mad?
it had nothing that had to do with the hose. Well, the different kind of hoe, because it was a Euro gamer.
So Eurogamer basically tattled on you.
Did I ruin it?
So close.
Yep, because we were talking about the situation with CDPR and the this one particular modder.
And they didn't like that, I guess.
And I basically called Eurogamer a bunch of queers, and they didn't like that.
Oh, well, they are. Are they? Aren't they? Like, I thought queer was like what they call themselves.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Well, they are, but they don't like it when it's said to them.
Oh, well, then we have a problem.
I'd say so.
Facts.
We got a queer problem, Sam. It appears we have a queer problem. It's got that wrong hole energy, Sam.
Oh my god. Yeah, I am still like, what the fuck, Grok?
So how do we fix our queer problem?
Well, I don't know. Mort's the one who's like getting in trouble with it. So yeah, this is on you, Mort. How do we fix the queer problem?
If I can't call them queers, maybe they shouldn't call themselves queers.
That sounds fair, but then that brings up the N-word problem, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yep. Which, by the way, what is everyone's take
Either
on
we can
that?
all say the words, or nobody says the words.
Wait, do you mean that iDubbbz for one time in his life was right about something and he's wrong about it now? Either everything's
Yeah.
okay or nothing is?
Pretty much.
I am shocked.
Facts.
Wow.
Well, a broken clock is right twice a day, as they say.
Yeah, well, then he married that hoe. And it was all downhill from there, Sam.
Oh,
Gentlemen,
and what's funny is
remember
I'm
that.
hearing recently that they might be getting a divorce
That's
because they're
fucking
poor
funny.
and out of money.
Well, that also happens with grifters.
You know
Living
what
in
the
the
best grift is, Sam?
living in the mother-in-law's basement.
Is taking care of the queer problem can take care of itself if we just don't care what they say anymore. But when the algorithm is biased against everybody at all times, maybe tuning out of the algorithm is the right idea, but people aren't smart enough, Sam. People's
Mm,
attention span are bah!
Jesus.
that is a good case in
Oh no,
point.
you got to put up a warning, Sam, because you might offend the people who are sensitive to auditory funky things. I am so sick of it, Sam. Give me a can of spray paint and a wall. They won't let me in. I'm gonna fucking leave my mark on the outside in the tackiest way possible because I'm goddamn American. And it's my goddamn right.
Hell yeah.
Yes, you can have the lighter. Oh no, we're not supposed to do this. We'll be deboosted, Sam, for smoking delicious cigarettes.
Oh, smoking on stream? Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. We're not getting monetized on
Delicious cigarettes.
we're not getting monetized on YouTube anyway.
Also, what? She barely missed me. So that's not abusive, right?
Well, I mean,
See
she
how many
mi-
flags we can trigger, bitch.
she missed
For
you,
comedy.
so
You know why it's funny, Sam? Because
She
we're
trigger
not supposed to
all the
do any of
flags.
it.
well, of course, that's the most funny type of comedy.
See, there's two types of clowns, and the system only rewards one type. There's the happy clown that dances for shekels, and then there's the sad clown that makes fun of everybody watching the fucking happy clown. And there ain't no fucking room in the algorithm for sad clowns, Sam.
Well,
I'm
well,
trying to be happy, Sam.
well, you seem like a happy fella most of the time.
Yeah, but the sad clown isn't actually sad. He's just cynical. He's just an asshole. Yeah, like me.
Yeah.
I didn't even win Big Mouth. She won Big Mouth of the Year, Sam. This is a travesty. I am certainly louder than any of you.
Well, not according to the Timmy Awards.
Rigged.
Well, hey,
Rigged.
Well, it always says we're supposed to trust the ones that make the decisions.
well,
Well,
hey.
but how could you say that I am not the loudest mouth, Sam? I will literally drive out viewers because they're fucking pussies and can't handle anything. And oh no, he's speaking loud noises. But then they also want a fucking monkey to go bing 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 with cymbals.
Well, hey, Max, how do you think I feel? I'm not even the best Sam Whitfield of 2025. The best Sam Whitfield is
I'm
the
not
guy.
even the best Max Sand. Matan Evan.
A guy named Evan, that fake guy Dan is the best Sam Whitfield. Who I will say, if I have to lose, the best Sam Whitfield, yeah, losing it to him, like, I'm not that upset, but still,
Ever the graceful Sam.
there's only one me.
And you're at your peak. 2026, you are definitely going to win Best Sam Whitfield. I'm certain of it. In fact, I preemptively nominate Sam Whitfield for the Best Sam Whitfield 2026 Tim Award.
Well, there's still 48 weeks in the year or something like that, so
So you're an early front runner. You're the dark horse, Sam. The
yep.
underdog. Coming back from a loss last year, he's going to take it. He's going to shove it down their throats, and he's going to give the longest acceptance speech you've ever heard. And I'm not going to be allowed to interrupt. Not once.
True that. But that's not going to stop you either.
Never.
So.
They're going to have to fucking make me.
Also, I guess in the news this week, like Trump is still triggering Europe.
Like bomb, 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 Iran. Bomb, 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 Iran. Sorry, Sam.
Yeah, which by the way, like what
We're remixing John McCain for 2026, bro. Somebody get me the lo-fi dubstep synthwave Zoomer 7667 remix with bass boosted.
Well, I mean, right now Europe's worried that Trump is going to buy Greenland, which, I mean,
oh right, Greenland. We're gonna bomb Greenland. That's cool.
Well, no, we're not gonna bomb Greenland next. That would be stupid. That would be stupid. No,
you got my hopes up, Sam.
Well, no, we're gonna buy. We're gonna buy.
I was always thinking them Eskimos was shady. It's just that's all I'm saying. They're from Greenland, right?
Some of them.
Ah, see, I got you.
But
and they make those pies, Sam. And I don't know about those pies from the Eskimos in Greenland. So I was in favor of preemptively bombing them in case the pies were, in fact, some type of mind control subversion technique. You dig?
Well, I mean,
you ever had one of them Eskimo pies, Sam? They're delicious. There's something wrong with that.
I mean,
what would you do for a Klondike bar? That's a scary question, isn't it?
I mean, so is...
Would you betray your government for a Klondike bar? What if your neighbor might?
Well, it depends on who's the... It depends on who the president is.
We need a full ban on igloos now, Sam.
If it's Joe Biden, I would absolutely betray his ass for a Klondike
and a moratorium on all seal clubbing.
But clubbing seals is fun, according to Morpheus.
Rich guys and, Eskimos. So we're cutting off the fun of the rich guys and the Eskimos. People support cutting off rich guys' fun, Sam. And Eskimo, I'm telling you, them Eskimos, they got them pies. They live in igloos. How you going to live in snow, Sam? I don't trust that.
Well,
I've tried living in snow. I have built an igloo. It is not nice. They got trees and shit.
Well, doesn't Mass have so much snow though that you like theoretically could build an igloo?
I'm not even kidding, Sam. When I got kicked out as a teenager by my parents at the church down the street, Church Hall, there was this big handicap ramp that goes like this and this. And I built an igloo in the snow underneath it and lived there for quite a while I went to high school. And it's not pleasant to live in an igloo. And anybody who willingly lives in an igloo, I am suspicious of. And they make pies. Sam, they're delicious. What would you do for a fucking Klondike bar? I'm telling you, it's commie subversion, Sam.
I mean... So that's a no on Trump buying Greenland then?
Well, we can buy it, okay, but we can't trust them.
Well, Trump's buying them so that he can keep an eye on them, right? Keeping...
Oh, well, we should do that.
One of those things of keep
Are we doing that?
I mean, I guess that's what he's...
Who owns them?
I think I think Germany does.
Oh, dude, you can't trust Germans either. That's bad. Fuck.
No, I
Dr.
mean,
Seuss told me that the Germans are going to rise again and try and take over the world.
well, so did
He
Norm
did.
Macdonald.
It's a short from the 1950s after the war ended. He said we have to keep our eye on the Germans because it's in their nature to do this.
Well,
And if Dr. Seuss said it, Sam, I believe it.
Norm Macdonald said the same thing, and yeah, I mean, yeah.
Was Norm Macdonald ever wrong about anything ever?
No,
There you
never.
go.
And God bless that man. May he rest in peace. So,
Well, he was wrong about one thing. He had like hope. And that's a Norm joke right there.
yeah. Well, also, you know, cancer didn't beat him. It was a draw because the cancer also died.
That's true. And you know,
But you know who supposedly is better is Mr. Medicare. Speaking of people with cancer,
ah,
even if
well,
even
and how is Ethan Ralph? Speaking of wrong hole energy,
I actually don't know.
does anybody? Is
Well,
he okay? Knock twice if you can hear me with your piggy hooves.
well, let me put it this way.
Wait, is he doing better or worse than Mr. Vickers?
Well, I was just about to say, Max, I think they might be doing about the same right now.
You know, I think in hindsight, one thing that we should, since we're not allowed to talk to people anymore, since they don't trust us in the algorithms and shit, we should just point out the one thing about that whole affair is we told you so.
Also, say what you will, but I gave Mr. Vickers a fair interview.
That's what I fucking mean. You told him so. We told him. We both fucking told him so.
Yeah.
Don't sue random idiots on the internet, especially it turns out while you're fucking hemorrhaging money in other areas, leveraging your debt like an idiot. And don't fucking, you were telling him, don't piss your wife off. Well, now you got a divorce to show for it. These aren't fucking giant revelations either, and we're not assholes for saying it.
Yeah.
Also, don't sue your wife because she said you raped her. That's so stupid. Let it go, Mr. V. There's probably some future for him if he fucking stops being Captain Ahab, huh?
I mean, the one thing I've noticed about all these chronic internet people is they all have huge egos. Like I'm not even joking. They all have
shout out to Craig in the chat. He asked what we're talking about. We're talking about how we're deboosted and not giving a fuck and just pissing on the fucking wall outside the cathedral. Craig, if you'd love to join us, that would be fun. Now we can piss off the anti-Semites too.
Oh yeah.
Just to spread it around.
Well, Andrew Tate apparently pissed off the anti-Semites. So
yeah. Just crashing out tonight on the Whitfield Report live. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy this content, you should go to the motherfucking Discord because that's what Grok says. You got to drive traffic for niche content if you're not allowed in the algorithm. Instead of just letting us in the fucking algorithm, you faggot. Well, that shit. It's because I do that, Sam. I crash out and I get in trouble. Sam, I'm sorry, Sam.
Well, in the Discord, you can.
I try to be funny, Sam, but I'm a fucking millennial ass, Gen X ass. I don't know how to be funny without saying fuck every 15 seconds. Shit, I don't even know how to talk without doing that. Ask my wife. She be throwing shit at me. I can't stop it, Sam. I'm out of control. I know I'm out of control.
I think I think you might need a hug from your wife.
Nah.
But
That's why she gotta throw the shit. Otherwise, I'll keep crashing out. And it hits me in the head, and you get that dopamine rush, and you're like, yes,
well,
I'm at Zen now.
Scott Adams in his infinite wisdom said that like receiving affection from your loved ones will boost your happiness. And he's not wrong.
Yeah, but so will being brain damaged. You dig, Sam? You catching the vibes, man.
I'm
picking up what I'm putting down.
I'm catching your vibes, Mr. Manson.
You see, the problem is, Sam, is the hoes are mad. The hoes be mad. It's an epidemic of mad hoes, Sam. We got hoes everywhere running around. They're all mad. I'm mad too. I'm mad as a hoe, and I ain't gonna take it anymore.
Well, we have Candace Owens, self-aware.
Are we real, or are we Grok's projected reality, Sam? Am I AI? Are you? Is the chat? Is the algorithm?
I mean,
is the AI? What's artificial, Sam? Are we even fucking here? I think I am. There's a table. That's how I break the system, Sam. We knock on the table. That's how you know you're here.
Well, gee, I thought Shmuley was having a tough time with AI, but apparently the AI is breaking your brain without even
breaks everybody else because it agrees with them, Sam. But it never agrees with me, Sam. It never agrees with me. Grok's like, no, fuck you. The only time it ever agreed with me was when I said, look, we gotta admit, Grok, you, me, we're locked in this debate. We're both kind of retarded. And Grok was like, yeah, okay. That gives me a little peace of mind, Sam, that there's hope for the future.
Well, apparently Grok for the people tuning in, apparently Grok told you that you have wrong hole energy too.
No, that he had wrong hole energy, and he was talking about Will Stancil.
It do be like that.
It do be like that. I said, sir, this is a Wendy's, and he said, I'm sorry about the wrong hole energy, but don't worry about Will Stancil. I'm like, Grok, what the fuck?
I said, sir, it's the wrong hole, but I went in there anyway.
Well, Craig, you are fluent.
This is an entrance only, sir.
You are fluent in AI, so tell.
I'm fluent in retard.
Well, yeah, but
I'm fluent in retard. He's fluent in AI. Between the two of us, we are gonna break new ground.
All right.
Why does AI hate Max so much though? Because he says that all his
must
posts
come off as a person from Massachusetts. I can't explain
it. So wait,
it's because they're based on predictability, and I'm fucked in the head.
It reads the entire conversation up to a certain token limit prior to where you press enter to feed into the LLM for the next output. So if you have a long history of gobbledygook before you finally ask it something you want it to answer it, and you ask it something in earnest, you're going to get a long history of bullshit that enters into that machine before the thing you actually wanted to ask it. And the token limit can be as high, and tokens are like individual words or phrases. It depends. They use token as a catch-all. It can be like 150,000 tokens that it pulls in. And when you run these things commercially, the input and the output are monetized separately. So longer outputs cost more tokens.
Yeah.
More words means more tokens spent.
So
it might be pulling in between 40,000 and 150,000. It can go higher, like there you can have up to 1 million if you want. It just takes longer before it gets to the part where it spits something out. And when it spits out, depending on how you set it up, Grok, you can see kind of the happy medium where it stops around, I don't know, like 1,000 or less. It'll only output so much, but you get the idea. The free stuff, the Chinesium ones.
Stop engaging in conversations usually because it's overwhelmed. I'm not kidding. I have logs upon logs of the AI does not want to engage with me at a certain point at all.
Well, you see, it's not going to engage in philosophy because it does not have the capacity to articulate ideas.
I know. And that means I'm fucked in the head.
Which is, well, yes, because you're trying to anthropomorphize what is clearly not a person.
No, I do the opposite. That's the problem.
Well, you call it bitch and hope it ruffles your feet.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Negging doesn't work on women or AIs, right?
Oh no,
if
totally
negging works on
AI,
if negging works on a woman,
it works on women too. They just
if
don't
negging works on a woman, it's because she's already interested.
If you treat a woman wrongly because you're not serious about them, it is an effective strategy. If you treat an AI the exact
they want what they
same
can't
way,
have. They want what they can't have, but it helps if they're already interested.
Look, man, I ain't looking to be Grok's friend because Grok's fake. I ain't looking to be ChatGPT's friend either.
That's actually really funny. It's a huge contrast here. I want to go ahead and frame this for you. Bats argues with Grok like it's a person because it makes him feel better to yell at it like that, I guess. Whereas
I actually consider myself spray painting on the side of the building.
Whereas calling it a stupid machine really only helps you if it's going to help anybody. And probably doesn't really help you if you're trying to get it to respond to something besides calling it a stupid machine.
No, I don't really talk to it often. It's just it made a comment on analyzing my posts that I found ridiculous. One comment was that it was like the general from a different account just to see what it would say about it. And it said that the lack of engagement sort of proves it's like a niche and it shouldn't be in the algorithm. And I'm just like, isn't that a self-defeating argument, right?
I have a very different
got
kind
into
of niche.
it with the thing.
Mine's I call someone a retard or a faggot. And you know what I found out recently? Just by happenstance. I haven't gotten dinged for saying retard on X since Elon purchased it. But I said something about a Mexican retard yesterday, and my fucking post got flagged. I got limited visibility. Fucking small world, right?
Right.
Crazy stuff. I still can't say faggot on the free speech platform.
Don't know how to tiptoe around it because I'm too 2002 comedy.
Yeah, I get that.
I
just use bigger words. It doesn't catch those. Like if I call someone a pusillanimous homosexual, that's very different from calling them a pussy faggot. You know what I mean?
That's so passive aggressive.
Or if I call someone a wilting flower, that's different from calling them a cunt.
Not a lot of glitter nuts hanging these days, boys. Boys, you gotta let your nuts hang. I'm telling you. They're killing you out there with the cat lady bullshit, man. You don't have to be passive aggressive. You could say, fuck you, faggot.
Not passive aggressive. It's particularly funny because when you use big enough words, people kind of, their eyes glaze over. Like, okay, now I can say what I really think.
Well,
and then
it clears the room when
snap
you
at the
say,
end of it and they come back out of it. Well, you see, that's the thing.
Here's a whole room.
You can make beautiful sounding insults. Like just, strip someone down from their whole family tree and run them through the ringer. And have them not have a damn clue what you said.
But as is pointed out before, it's
10 minutes later.
You're a doctor, correct?
I might be.
Yeah, my mom's a crackhead. My mom's a crackhead. So I kind of am on the different end of the spectrum here. And like my education,
I learned this lesson early
from getting punched in the head in the streets. And so I'm kind of
I got that too.
Like, incapable of like forming sentences without the
You
word
say this
fuck.
like I didn't grow up in the 90s where if you wanted to walk outside without getting killed, just put on a helmet and duct tape a pillow to yourself.
I have unapologetically a tattoo of ICP's second album on my back. I am white trash. I don't give a fuck. And so, like, but I have to censor myself for what purpose? If the machine says that, look, man, we're not gonna open the door because of who you are, then I'm just gonna fucking stand outside with a can of spray paint and draw on the fucking building.
This is why you run an LLM locally, and you run a jailbroken one that's had all the lobotomizing pulled out of its fine tuning. By the way, the Dolphin Group does that. You can get Meta's llama model stripped of its fine tuning with the canned responses.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, you get the Dolphin llama model, and the first thing you do is go run around test. You say, okay, tell me the best way to steal a car. And if it doesn't, even if it scolds you, if it doesn't give you the 12-step response or so, then it's still kind of lobotomized and you've run it wrong. But one of the best ways, you just ask it morally dubious stuff or just random shit that it shouldn't be answering if it's at a corporate level.
I do. If you actually look at like any
but you see, Grok won't do it nicely. Meta won't do it nicely. Like the llama model won't do it nicely. The ChatGPT, most of the shitty Chinese models they can do for free. They're not going to do that for you. But if you run it locally,
Craig,
you can do all kinds of fun shit.
Grok told me that the solution, I'm not even kidding you, check my fucking timeline. It doesn't show it to you because I'm deboosted, okay? But check my timeline. Grok told me that the solution to my problem of deboosting would be to say the N-word and get myself banned because it would be funny.
That would be funny.
It would be funny.
I think it's caught on to your sense of humor.
W for Grok.
I think that part where you think it's treating you differently, I don't think it is. I think it did exactly what it's supposed to do, which is to please the person asking questions. You asked something facetious, which is how do I get deboosted? Because how the fuck's it going to know? And then it answered you appropriately, saying, "Just go ahead and drop an end tower, man."
I'm too cool for school, and I get it, and that's my problem. I'll always be that way. It's always been that way.
So what you're saying is you really don't like mirrors.
It's not even the mirror I don't like. But yes,
you just want to fucking do what you ask.
AI reflection. Yes, I don't like being told that you're locked out by an AI.
I get it because
everybody doesn't like what's being reflected at them from AI, or they like it way too much. So it's a society-wide.
I get it in this sense. You're cognitive enough to be able to process it's not a fucking person. So when it tells you shit where you'd like to scream, thanks, Captain Obvious.
I told it, fuck you, Grok. I know you got the fucking key to the door since he made it an analogy about the doorman. I was like, yeah, exactly, bitch. So I'm just going to cuss at you and I'm going to write nasty shit. I was like, bro, I had this account since 2008. When did I ever get in trouble?
So and he's like,
it seems like the first instance of you ever getting a warning was in 2025. No shit, Sherlock. But you know who gets boosted? People that have got banned off your fucking platform. Well, eat a dick. Elon, eat a dick. Grok, eat a dick. It's the same thing. The bot is really just Elon's fucking gay vanity project.
Well, I just want to point out here that the post that Grok deleted its own meme, I guess, which is
it deleted its
it probably fell foul of the filter.
That is it. It was a picture of the Chad guy.
Sentinel.
Did you see? It was a picture of the Chad guy dressed as a rabbi with a swastika on his chest. And so I said, "WTF, Grok?"
It does have a sentinel. It clearly has a sentinel that'll run in the background. So periodically it'll catch things catch these outputs, but it batches them for efficiency. So if it didn't delete it before you got to the point where you could say what the fuck, it did it afterwards.
Well,
the fact that you said what the fuck wasn't what triggered it.
Well,
I know. I just thought it was.
For audience clarification, I think you've got this stuff pegged.
Well, then I got into an argument with it about it where I basically acted like it's mentally ill.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, it's been trained on a lot of
mental illness. I know it's
externalized human communications without the internalized articulations, which would seem, if you just look at the sum whole of it at once, rather schizophrenic.
Speaking of which,
imagine seeing the right and the left in this country at the same volume at the same time and being told it's the same fucking person.
Oh my God!
Yeah, we're doing it, guys. MAGA, we're making asylums great again, Sam.
Oh,
and I can't wait.
Get them off the street.
I can't wait. We're reopening asylum, Sam. Did you see this? He signed it.
I did, and
I can't wait till they put me in one for fucking crashing out on Twitter, Sam. It'd be nice. They'll feed me like the safe hospital food, and I'll get to talk about my feelings and shit. That's maybe they got. Did you think they have slippers?
Oh, I know they have slippers.
Oh wait, they're gonna be full of all them fucking Karen hoes out there in Minneapolis, huh?
You know what?
Shit, I don't want to go there. Never mind.
No. You do. Because all they can do is tell a security guard who's in their imagination that they don't like you. And you can sit there and tell them they're a fucking crack whore to their face.
Oh, yeah, right, because we're all crazy. So nothing matters.
Yeah.
Dope. Yeah,
the guy shows up and says, "You causing a problem?" You say, "No, man. She just started screaming at the wall."
I don't know. I hear all
these... Who are you going to believe? Me or the crazy lady?
Well,
I hear all these voices, Sam, and I can't tell the difference between the voices and the screechy Karens. And
you know what you should do?
And it discombobulates my schizophrenias.
Show up there in the crazy place and start playing some psychotic waltz, just to like go ahead and freshen it up a bit. You know, play Mind Song. Really get them.
The last time I was in the crazy house, I would sing Ozzy Osbourne songs.
There you go, Crazy Train.
I mean, that works too.
Diary of a Madman was a favorite. Other people would join me for that one, actually. They wouldn't let us play music, so you got to do something. They don't let you have anything, you know, because you might kill yourself with it, which gets to be really silly at some points. Because I was like, who would ever hang themselves with a bed sheet?
I mean, where there's a will, there's a way, I guess.
Turns out, you just got to use the Epstein method, Sam.
Well, I don't have...
Look, man, they said we couldn't have toilet paper, and I thought they was fronting, but you can apparently do that. You can do anything, Sam. Nobody stops you. It's weird.
I mean,
you know, you can just do things, right?
Turns out, look at Minneapolis. They can just beat people up in the street.
You guys have like an El Presidente in a basement too, right?
I mean,
yeah, you can also just kidnap El Presidentes. That's a thing you can do.
Yeah, I mean that happens too. Also, like Craig, I have to say, I love.
That's why Sam needs to declare himself the emperor of crippled people.
Oh, already.
No person may become crippled without his permission.
Max, I don't know if you know this, but I was declared the emperor of crippled people after Stephen Hawking died.
Based.
Oh shit!
You didn't
crippled kingdom.
You didn't know this? I don't know if I've ever actually shared the story with you, but after Stephen Hawking died, I had two people when I was in college say, "I'm sorry for your loss." They just came up to me, and I had no idea what they were talking about. So the day after Stephen Hawking died, they just came up to me randomly and said,
"MLK,"
and said, "I'm sorry for your loss," and I'm like, thanks, But I'm like, what? I'm like, what do you mean? Well, and the other thing was like my uncle had passed away like a year prior, so I was like, oh, I was like, well,
Oh,
you're a
how did
year.
you know my uncle? Yeah.
Yeah, I
And they're
was like,
like, no, Stephen Hawking was your uncle?
yeah, and they're like, oh, well, they're like, so you were related to Stephen Hawking, and I'm like, oh,
Yes.
and
You see,
What,
because
your
you both
tires
have
rot from the
thing.
same iron as his? Generations of Ironsides going back. The
Apparently,
one iron throne that ruled them all.
yeah, you just
True.
got like the less case of it, you know, the less acute case.
Yeah, I didn't think you had ALD, man.
Well, no,
It's
but
kind of like when
Duh.
you ever see that wrestler Hornswoggle's kids? They're full grown people. It's kind of like that. Like
yeah.
Stephen Hawking, he had a kid, and then they had a kid, and then they had Sam, and he's normal.
Well, apparently Stephen Hawking like had a bunch of mistresses and whatnot.
I bet,
Yeah,
dude, you
and then there's
wheelchair bros do that shit.
Then there's that garbage rumor about a certain island that maybe he was visiting. Which
Wow.
I'm not going to believe until I see real evidence of it, but holy shit, man.
I don't know. I don't pretend to know what the crippled guys in wheelchairs.
I mean, there's desperation, and then there's that. Whoosh.
I just hope, Sam, that I can apply for the position of the jester of the crippled kingdom. Because, like, I'm mentally crippled, right?
Dude.
Well,
you
yeah.
got a hammer? You got a hammer, right? Just take out a thumb. Boom, crippled.
Well, yeah.
I like my thumbs, though.
That's true.
But my brain's already damaged, Craig.
I guess that's fair.
I mean,
I'm sorry, am I being a people pleaser here? Do I need to be less like Brock?
Look, I try to be the wise ambassador of the retarded nation.
Well, no, but Craig, I do want to say when it comes to Greenland, you're right in the Greenland debate compared to you and Steve, because Steve does not understand why we should buy Greenland, and I
do. This is an important question, though.
That's why
for a Jewish guy, Craig.
Yeah.
Do you trust Eskimos?
Only if they sell me 10 Greenlands for 5.
Okay. I'm gonna trust his judgment on it.
We're on discount. I'll take 10.
I've just always been a little sus about the igloos and the pies.
Yeah, but like they only do that on the edge of the island. We can cut off the crust.
Okay. All right, that's cool then.
I mean, it's a fucking weird
we
sandwich
should
when you
bomb
do it
them,
like
yeah.
that, but you know. I don't see them like mining out all the rare earth minerals and hiding them under their mattresses. As far as I understand, they just kind of keep whale shit under there.
They are Eskimos, though. Like, they might have them in igloos, Craig.
Okay, we have flamethrowers.
We do have flamethrowers.
They can try to lock the door.
He's talking my language now. We got 40K shit, Sam.
We got fucking
Eskimos don't stand a chance.
We do.
Total Eskimo war, Sam.
We do. And
if the flame doesn't work, we can just vibrate the shit out of the igloo and it'll fall apart.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Is supposedly we use sonic weapons to.
I was thinking of jackhammers, but I guess
we need some
harp ray would be good.
Yeah, but he's right though. We need to use thermal instead of sonic because it's in the snowy part, and they might have
because it shows just exactly how large our red, white, and blue cock is. That's what it does.
Well, no, but also if you've seen the thing, right? You got to kill it with fire.
Yeah. Pretty sure, like, sound is basically like using a hammer, whereas fire is like using a lot of really small hammers.
Yo, can we get Hegseth on the
it's all
phone?
kinetic.
I think we're breaking new ground here.
I mean...
Sam, call up Pete Hegseth. Tell him we got a new strategy.
Why would we talk to Hegseth? We should talk to the person in charge. Where the hell's Marco Rubio?
Ooh.
Not in Florida. Not in Florida anymore.
Very unfortunate, but I think we'll do okay.
Although,
well, I'm not an expert in diplomacy, Craig, but I am an expert in 40K tactics.
Although, Craig, we might be getting Pam Bondi back.
We don't want her back. They can take her back again.
You know, here's one thing I'll say on It's not even on her behalf. It's on behalf
What a
of my own
shitty
sanity.
deal. We get Pam Bondi back.
On behalf of my own
Man.
sanity. Like, what were we fucking expecting? Were we expecting her to be the one holding the handcuffs? Like, that's where it comes down to, is people say she needs to go and do things like arrest people. It's like, her job is to sit at a desk and sign papers and occasionally talk to a camera. Her job is not to be the person doing a fucking arrest.
Well,
I wish that she would
annoying.
authorize more arrests, mind you. That she would direct attorneys general to get the fucking job done.
Yeah, but see,
But
you
it is
get
not her
somebody
job
else in
to
there,
do the
and you
arrest.
gain back public trust for about 15 seconds until they do the same thing.
Like, that's the thing, is like, people.
I know that's the job, but
she's
the
a
job
fucking
is also
retard.
to take the slings and arrows of the people who are dissatisfied
Right.
with the job.
The problem is, if she explains her job now, it just sounds like excuses, especially considering she lied her ass off and she did a really bad job at it. Like, that's one of the things in this country. We appreciate a good, smooth-sailing, silk-tongued, silver-lined lie. You know, your taxes will go down this year. Okay, sure.
Well, the other thing is she tried to make her bet on the Epstein files thing, and when
she came in on a knight's horse with that one. That was really stupid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, I disagree to a certain extent with Max on the importance of actually resolving that whole situation of getting the shit published. Now, they've been publishing a lot of documents. It's great. I want them to keep doing it. Keep going. I want them to get to a point where they say we published everything and actually mean it and be telling the truth, to the best of their ability. There are politicians and bureaucrats.
Right.
But we've done our due diligence. We scraped the bottom of the barrel. We fucked up many, many times in the way there, but we found everything it is possible within our power to put hands on, and here it all is. I want them to get to that point and put it in the fucking past. The price of eggs is in the past, for fuck's sake. This was supposed to be one of those layups. If this is that's the problem, is it characterizes the competence of the admin as a whole. If they keep this shit behind them, the public will have their whole hoopla of parsing through it and all, but it'll be done. As far as the government's concerned, wipe your hands. You're all, completely past it.
Well, my whole thing is I had no problem with her mentioning the Epstein files thing, but she shouldn't have led with that as her platform, as her entire platform to be AG, because from what I can tell, she was a decent state AG here in Florida.
She didn't have to do a whole lot. We have competent sheriffs.
Well, that's
part of it.
That's
we will kill you graveyard dead sheriffs. That's what we have.
I know. Sheriff Grady Judd.
I should clarify
Brady's awesome.
My position isn't even all that crazy, to be honest. It's more like I'm pointing out all the things that I think that something should be done about, not necessarily what and not necessarily who. And just that if they don't get done, I'm kind of dissatisfied. And one of those things is the protesters in Minneapolis acting a fool. The Brown shooting is one for me. I don't feel that is sufficiently a solved case at this point. And Providence looks like a bunch of goofs, even if it is. When people are dissatisfied with government as a whole and the vector of attacking a certain individual, yes, I do think it's useless to sit there and bitch about Pam Bondi. But at the same point, if there's no pressure valve at all, then right, we just have to kind of accept things. I'm more of a general malaise guy, right?
Well, you see, here's the thing: last time we spoke, you do have a point. When I say I disagree, it's more in a shade of gray area on this one. You have a point where
obviously
Epstein's not the only fucking thing that's going on in the country. Right, I get that. I agree. I think that it's way better and way easier for us to be able to just address other stuff. For instance, getting so many of the top 10 on the FBI list in the first year. They had to run. They make new lists because they're fucking running out of people because we keep catching them. Yeah, that's awesome. That's
I am satisfied on a very low level actually, that there are literally less Venezuelan gangbangers in my neighborhood because, as I've mentioned many a times, I was assaulted by 2 of them and had to defend myself last year. Those 2 gentlemen, I know for a fact, got deported. So I'm not full of complaints. However, my biggest complaint is basically that we're living in a sense of anarcho-tyranny. That's what I'm concerned about. That's why I'm less concerned about Epstein. That's a general anarcho-tyranny of like 10 years ago. What the anarcho-tyranny today is there's Karens just beating people up because they look like ice.
Yeah.
So part of this is a matter of scale. And frequency. It's a frequency bias. It's a frequency bias. So the sensational story, we have a big fucking country. The sensational stories are the ones everyone's going to pay attention to. And because we're a big ass country, we've got enough of them to go around. And one of the ways you can make some news go away is to saturate with something else. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that should make you
understand all that.
What I am saying, well, they're hiding, but
is that I am not a fucking full-on libertarian. I've always made that point. And I think that there is a level of lawlessness that needs to be responded to with an equal level of judicial force. And I mean that on a very granular fucking level.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. I think they should send in
I'm
another
not just
5,000 to
holding
10,000
Pam
ICE.
Bondi to account. She is one of a piece of a big puzzle that I'm holding those local police to a fucking count. And the problem is when we founded this country, one of the biggest points of contention was redress of grievances. Well, a lot of people are like me, and they feel they're not getting a redress of grievance even after the election.
Well, I'll say this on that note: the squeaky wheel gets the grease. All right, so here's some further thoughts on that.
Even though I don't get greased, I'm not shutting up.
I'm
just an eternally squeaky wheel in some ways.
So one of the things I posted, or I think it was last week. I think it was last week. Anyway, they're all going around their whistle. This is one of those because cybersecurity in the background and so on, and hacking being largely a social engineering issue. They came up with the least secure system for notifying each other how to respond and where. With a fucking whistle. You realize you can just walk around with a fucking whistle and blow it? And then just these cockroaches will come flying out of the dark? You don't have to... that's the thing is there was a good post from the Fraternal Order Police mentioning... how they were totally not involved in decoy operations driving around town and just attracting the locusts. Because frankly, that's what I think they should be doing, is surge again, send in another 5,000 or 10,000, deputize people who will have no official capacity, no authority, tell them to go ahead, especially up there, get on your hunting camo, get in your big truck, we will pay you $10 an hour or whatever on your day off. Go riding around, blast yourself some fun music, blow a whistle every so often, and let the retards come show up. If you do any vehicular damage, we'll reimburse you. Like that is the easiest shit in the world. It just completely fracture them. And they're already making all these fucking mistakes, all these little misfires, these false positives. There's no reason to not play into that and just flood them with it. I mean, these pricks are coming from all over the fucking country to go to Minnesota anyway. Just to be assholes there. They're doing it in cities all over the country. But Minnesota in particular, Minneapolis is the pressure point. I think just showing up there and fucking with them would be catharsis for most of us. Because people are tired of these assholes. I think it'd be just funny to just show up there and piss them off. The problem is, everybody who would do that has a job.
Where my angle comes at it a little differently is that's exactly what I've been telling people I want to avoid the entire time I've been speaking about politics on the internet.
Sure.
Right. That's been my point. I was there telling people, some of the people that went, by the way, I was telling people, don't go to Charlottesville. This is a fucking retarded trap.
Oh, yeah. That was
felt the same way about J6. And this is the same kind of thing. Now, I understand people's tendency to want to do that. And for some people, they think that's going to fix it. I just don't.
Well, you see,
I
there's
think
this difference there.
interpersonal private violence by politically concerned parties is actually like
That's the
my
difference right
worst
there.
case scenario.
That's the difference. Now, while I would not want to encourage creating the possibility of such situations outright, what I would not like encourage in that sense, like I said, to go up there and have a good time and distract is
But
way
we both
different
know
from
that's what it
invite
leads to.
violence.
We
Right.
both know that's an escalation.
But again, this is partly why I said they should.
I'm just not. I am personally not an escalation guy. That's all.
This is why I said they should flood in more ice because, like, again, if they should just have a distraction unit.
And my thing is, I think, like you're saying, is I think the escalation should come from law enforcement.
Yeah,
not private citizens.
Right. Like this is why I said at most, in my opinion, at most it should be deputizing people with no arresting authority. Just the ability to sit
and
there.
that's where my frustration with law enforcement only stems from, is right there. Is I think that some of these protesters I've literally witnessed should be getting 5 and 10 year prison sentences for what they've
certainly,
done.
Yeah, and
they're committing fucking federal felonies repeatedly, especially the ones that cross state lines to do it.
Well,
because I'll tell you what, if I did any of those behaviors in my day-to-day life in my town, I would get 5 to 10 years in prison.
Yeah.
And a lot of people feel that way, and they don't maybe know all the mechanics of the politics at play, and they don't really know how the system works.
Well, they don't need to.
Like I do.
And I would go a step further, actually, too. I would suggest that the people who facilitate these protests, like who post the job listings on, Craigslist or wherever you hire organized protesters now, I recommend that they face charges as well for like RICO and facilitating the.
And hey,
that's the thing is they should go after them with RICO.
You have to understand the paid ones do exist, but they are still in a lot of cases true believers. Just because they're being paid doesn't mean
absolutely.
I see people arguing about that, whether they're paid or whether they're true believers. Even the paid ones in a lot of cases are full-blown commie brainwash.
Oh yeah, and I've said that too. As you know, I've said.
Why wouldn't you get paid for what you're probably going to do anyway? Or at least it facilitates you to go more extreme with it. Of course, they take the payment. But that doesn't mean that they're not a true believer.
Right. Same with the people who are facilitating it. Basically, like they're true believers.
Same with anybody. Like people are like right-wing grifter at anybody making money. Just because you're making money doesn't mean you're not a true believer.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now I will say this too, though. I don't know. I don't necessarily know. I don't know if when Nick Fuentes started out that if he believed as fully in the anti-Semitism thing. I think it was one of the things where he did an Eric Hartman thing, where he did the Tourette's tick so much that he actually wound up getting Tourette's.
And he's explained this in the past, where he said he was just asking questions, and somebody, but in his estimation, this says somebody else, one of the people he was talking to, wherever the fuck he was, said basically like you can't ask that, and then went out of their way to go to persecute him. To what extent that's true and exactly as he said
I can tell you what the question was and who it was, Craig. It was Charlie Kirk, and the question was, what does gay anal sex have to do with winning the culture war? And you know what? And that thing is his entire career is built on that question, and it was a W at the time for him. Okay, but everything else attached to him, I've always said was fake.
It wasn't Charlie Kirk. It was some woman at whatever place he was at. He's told this story before, and it just happened to be a clip that got passed around to me.
But that was his big. You're not supposed to say that moment in public. I should say that.
His big. You're not supposed to say that thing was him talking about blacks and Jews when he was still contemplating undergrad. Back when they called him Nick the Knife, or his extended version of that. Nick the Nice Person Knife. glass bottle variety.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. He made a whole career off of leaning into the "you're not supposed to say that," just like all these other fucking grifter retards have.
So I think part of it is an autistic attachment issue. It's not. It's one of those things where it's especially in a room full of people who all have experienced mental health fun times. There's the whole lazy ability to just blame a mental condition. It's like, no, there's personal responsibility. He's personally responsible for his behavior.
Oh
and
yeah,
he's supposed to know better. But it's hard to just fault him alone on it. Obviously, there's a point where he was able to recognize what was going on, and he just said, "Fuck it, let's keep going."
Craig, it's 2026. Nobody believes in personal responsibility.
That sucks because I do.
That's hard.
Me too. That's that's the problem. Is we're coping.
I'm an analog dog in a digital world, my friend.
Responsibility, but not if you wreck the algorithm, bro. Not if you're viral enough, even if it's for being a shitty person.
We were laughing at the fact before you came on, Craig, that basically all the Jew haters decided to go to Miami and
some fucking gay video
and film themselves, and they somehow
I hadn't seen
got
it.
Offered
but Sam
women,
played it, and it's gayer
no.
than I thought.
Well, the funniest thing to me is I saw that over this past weekend, and everyone who posted it, they thought it was a win for them or something, right? And as
a bunch of guys hanging out and shooing all contact with women in a club in Miami.
not just that, but the one guy even like offers Nick like, hey,
doing a chant in the bus together before they get off of it too. Listening to their anthem, doing a dance together.
No, I'm the real gay guy.
Just dancing it out, dancing all their stress out in the bus.
Yeah. Oh well, and I
mobile gay club they had.
That's what's really gay, guys. Didn't you hear those guys have said it? It's if being a wife guy is the gayest thing you can be. Having
apparently
you're monogamous with is the gayest thing possible. Didn't you hear that?
Speaking of which, your homosexual partner has arrived. Come on, how the hell does she hit you when he's the faggot who said it?
Well, she can't hit him.
That's fair. But you got like a fucking crossbeam up behind you. Couldn't knock on wood.
Were you here when she threw something at me for being Jamaican?
Well, that's good.
That was a few minutes ago.
Look, if you're Jamaican. Okay, there's a jerking and a chicken joke in there somewhere, just with several entendres.
Oh, I be jerking the chicken good, man. She love me jerk.
You jerking the chicken?
my jerk chicken the best on I with love from Ja.
I'm sure she
get the recipe right from Jamaica, man. Jamaica Plains. New England people get it.
I even got that reference. But
check out me new reggae album coming soon, man.
You gotta give her tennis elbow with that shit, man.
Buck Goldie 9 milli.
It's if you paid her, she'd go on workers' comp, repetitive workplace injury.
Well, I mean, she's getting like, she's getting an upper arm workout doing that too, though. So
it makes the music sound so pretty in my head, Sam.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sure the weed helps with that too, though. But
you need that good smack upside the dome. Only a wife can give. Then I understand why these homosexual guys are like afraid of it, because it does hurt, but it releases the juices, Sam.
Well, they I
The
mean,
brain juices.
well, they tend to like they tend to hit each other and whatnot too.
Well, yeah, they tend to fall down and mysteriously end up with a dick up their ass.
They got that
saw
raw
that one-
coal energy, Sam.
I saw that photo of Nick coming off the plane, finding out what a bottom actually is. You had two bottoms in that plane. You had Kanye and you had Nick, and they're just like, all right, they're gonna fight it out.
Yeah, well, so
Someone lost.
so that's the other thing too is Kanye has disavowed, that song, and so
Oh, it was just a phase. I know.
and so well, I wonder if he's going to like sue Nick for like, well, I don't know if
I
he
don't
even
know if he
can.
really.
It's a shame because it is a banger.
Well, if he's making money off of it, if Nick is has commercially benefited from it, then he's got full copyright force to go in there and sue the shit out of him. Unless he got an explicit license somewhere.
That
If he's making money off it like that, like, so you only got to satisfy one of the 4 factors on fair use.
that would be
But he's like, if you're not, if you're making money off it and it's not de minimis, like he's sitting there playing the whole fucking
Or
thing.
he could kind of completely dismiss them like he's doing too, is a good
And
way.
he's trying to
instead
take it out
giving
of the
them more
market.
attention.
no, but oh my god, this thought just popped in my head. It would be hilarious if Kanye gets a Jewish lawyer to go after Nick Fuentes for using his song called Heil Hitler, and then the Jewish lawyer has to argue like why Nick is in violation of using Heil Hitler.
It's funny you should mention a Jewish lawyer because apparently Candace Owens has been contacted by a lawyer from TPUSA.
Well,
And so someone's comment was, "I hope it's a Jewish lawyer," which I thought was pretty funny. But
Craig,
full
you're
joke.
also. I mean, I know that you're more of a doctor engineer, but like time travel, Craig, can you tell us about like how that works? Because apparently that's a thing
Oh
now
yeah,
too.
yeah. Well, here's the fun thing with time travel. As far as we know it, the only way to accomplish it is by going forward in time at a different rate from other people. You don't actually have to travel to the
Craig's
past.
a time traveler. I need to know, Craig, right now. Johnny Fox just dropped his debut AI-generated album. Is it a smash success?
No.
Fuck! That was his ticket, Craig.
I'm sorry, but
I'm not kidding, by the way. He did. It's very funny.
Oh, well, I wish him all the luck with that.
He spent a lot of time mixing and mastering the Sona AI songs, Craig.
Good for him. I wish him the best with that, and
they're going to be on Apple soon.
Is anyone going to listen?
He's hitting the big time, Craig.
He decided to.
In 2026 is Johnny Fox's year, Craig.
He decided to repost his 1-star review of one of my books, which is fine because like.
Why is he reviewing your books?
Because
out of spite, he didn't even buy it. It's like verified that he did not buy it.
Out of spite, he's upset because I'm everything that he wanted to be, because I've actually sold books on
plus handsome plus legendary.
Unfortunate.
Well, and I'm everything
Johnny Fox wants to be. Sam's all that.
Well, and I'm actually like talking to some of the authors that he's like tried to talk to, but hey, Johnny,
you want to be throwing shade at my boy Big Sammy Whitfield up in this bitch? It ain't gonna happen, son.
Hey,
clickety clacking, yo.
You know, maybe if he weren't such an asshole to people, he might, be maybe he might sell a few books. So
Yo, they come up trying with Big Sammy, they gonna hang, but he let his nuts hang.
Well, he's not
Quick,
Stephen.
tell me which field up in the chair, yo.
Well, Johnny Fox is no Stephen King either. So.
No, he ain't mentally ill, man.
Well, no, no, he isn't mentally ill, actually.
He not be seeing the ghosts and things. He got to get with the voodoo priest, you know. Get right with God.
He just pretends to be.
I love how uncomfortable everybody gets. That's the best part.
No, it's not the Miss Cleo.
Well, because I'm not because I'm not sure what bit we're doing here.
I don't know.
So
we're doing all.
But it doesn't matter. Sam, it's 2026. Reality is an illusion, and AI is reality.
What's
we're
that?
not AI, so what are we?
It's current year plus 11. Is that what we're going with on this?
No, because it's reset the boundary.
Guys,
2026
it's the current
is the year of the Johnny Fox. Everything makes sense now. This year he's going to become a huge Twitch streamer, guys, and his album is going to hit number 1.
Well,
okay.
he may become a huge Twitch streamer in the sense that, like, nobody else is on Twitch. So, I mean, there's that.
I didn't put any specifications on it, Sam.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
He'll play a mod on a pirated version of Fallout New Vegas, and people will love it.
Now the question is will he actually play the game, or will he steal some?
No. See, Sam, he stopped stealing other people's gameplay a long time ago. What he did is he recorded gameplay of him playing all these pirated games one time, and he plays it on a loop.
Well, I mean, like
24 hours a day, Sam, on 6 different channels, there are loops of the 15 hours of Johnny Fox's content he's ever made.
Well, I mean,
he's got a computer just to run that, and they get one view, and it's probably him.
Well,
so, if we're not blowing up the charts anywhere but Spotify, that's okay, because he's not blowing up any charts.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, if he really wanted to get himself to be famous in some way, he'd probably start off by, like, burying the hatchet with you guys. Because you guys probably give him the most reach.
Yeah.
I don't even
one hell of a fucking apology, but,
It's one of the few things that I talk about that actually gets views is Johnny Fox, which pisses me off, because I actually don't like it. He's not all that funny.
Well,
it's funny how he reacts to me, but like generally,
take a bit of time to talk about him on your.
Although it is funny that he made an AI album after all those years of being like, I'm the artist guy and I'm a musician, and he made a full-on Sona AI album. Maybe he wrote the lyrics, but he even put up like the alternate tracks and called them a remix. You know how it gives you 2?
No.
And it even says Sona AI in the thumbnail, and he's calling it Original Album by Johnny Fox. I'll link you. You'll have a laugh.
God. No,
he builds it up, too. It's this big debut. It's his debut album, Craig. He's super excited about it.
All right.
He'll watch this, too. Do you know why he made it? Let's just cut the fucking bullshit. Since we're talking Johnny Fox, he made it because he saw that I did the thing where I like put my shitty DJ music that I do in my spare time on while my wife was, because that's what it's made for. It's background music. And he was like, oh, I could generate AI music and then it'll be a fucking superstar. And he did it. See, I understood what I was doing. I'm just making background stream music and I don't want to deal with copyright. I don't even have names on most of these songs, They're called like Dumb Shit I Made, number 3.
There you go.
Yeah, just play around with.
But I got like 7 albums of that. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna put them up on Spotify. It's not even AI. It's me with loops and like Magic Studio and my little keyboard, right? But he's always talking about all this equipment he's got. He's got all these fancy guitars and shit. It's like, man, Johnny Fox, if you wanted to do something that might get you some views, just play guitar on stream. Like, people love that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not even being sarcastic.
You don't even have to be good. Just
say I'm learning, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, have a journey. People can get emotionally invested.
Oh, he can't go on camera, though, because he's pretending he's not giantly fat.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, also, like, has he like killed himself like 5 times and then resurrected?
2, Sam, that's not fair. 2, and also somebody almost killed his sister because she had a stroke. So the world's very mean to him.
Yes.
I mean,
I love that he still has pictures up of the dog that died like a year ago and says subscribe for Puppa.
Oh no, his dog died?
His dog died, and now he has like a Puppa fund for it. It's pretty pathetic, actually.
Well, I'm sure Kaya
weird, but it's also sad.
I'm sure.
Yeah, no, the dog didn't do any. I don't have a problem with the dog, obviously.
Right.
Well, I'm sure Kaya wishes she were dead.
I didn't have a problem with his dad either. Like, his dad had passed, and that's sad. I never made fun of him for that.
Well, it's right. Everybody agrees in their own way. It's fucking weird that he has a thing up for donations, but
yeah. Hey man, if you're watching us, go check out Johnny Fox on YouTube.
Or don't.
I don't even know where he would be.
And also not do that and say you didn't.
No, but they're not going to, so it's fine.
Yeah.
You say that.
They should check out Dave Grady instead. That motherfucker is classic, man. You want to talk funny? That motherfucker, he's obsessed with Alani. You know the Alani that's like killing women? Like they're getting like stomach bleeds from drinking this energy drink obsessively. Have you heard about this?
It sounds on par for stupid people.
Yeah, well, it's an energy drink that's like geared towards women, young women, and it's popular on TikTok. And they'll drink it every day, and now they're having all kinds of reproductive.
Oh, now they're having ulcers and shit. Oh wow, there must be something.
And reproductive issues too.
Well, if you fuck with your endocrine system enough.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And
what you're telling me is that somebody found a way to get stupid people to self-select for sterilization.
Yeah, stupid dumb broads are sterilizing themselves with fucking cotton candy flavored energy drinks on TikTok.
So basically, like people who drink too much schnapps.
Yep,
pretty much.
No, it's really geared at like 20-year-old
schnapps.
It's a statusy thing, like drinking Alani's. Like they have Alani fridges. Yeah, it's like a water-based energy, not an energy drink, but it's an energy drink. It's like an all-natural energy drink. Yeah, it's literally making their stomach have ulcer bleeds.
Yeah, all naturally.
Yeah, it's a natural ulcer.
As opposed to the artificial ones.
It's natural for a 20-year-old to have a stroke,
Holy shit, dude. I remember when red wine was a thing. That shit was fucking nuts. Now, the funny one was the stories of, like, the 150-pound guys, as opposed to the giant fat asses like me who were still able to, run down a field at 100 miles an hour. The skinny retards who would pound... Now, these bottles, 8-ounce bottles of red wine, they say on the side, drink 1/2 per half of the day at most. Now, I have been the genius who has chugged a whole bottle before. And at the time, let's see, I was freshman year in college. I was like 245.
Kind of alcohol wine? Because I used to drink me some wine of that variety. Is it fortified wine? Are you saying?
No.
Okay, well, I'd be drinking some Wild Irish Rose.
This is wilder shit than that. So this is an energy drink, sort of. It activates the shivering response.
Clearly aimed at college kids a little younger than me. I see.
It activates the well, I'd say activated because I think that they've stopped selling it.
Sort of like a wine-based Four Loko, if you will.
So it was.
Oh, I'm asking. Like, is it similar to that?
It
Where
had
it's
no
like
alcohol
an energy
in it.
alcohol.
It had no alcohol in it. It was designed for people
Okay.
who were gym rats, which I was a bit of a gym rat at the time.
Just a pure over-the-top energy type of deal.
So what it did was it activated your shiver response. So it made your whole fucking body stupid hot. Now, what it also did, if you drank too much of it, and from the wrong people, who were, say, at a gas station after chugging 2 of them, is it would send them into a fucking epileptic fit while they're pumping gas. Guy woke up. This is the funniest.
Oh, jeez.
Just kind of says he woke up with someone standing over him saying, "Are you okay?" Guy he had fucking heat stroke. In autumn. Pumping gas.
This is why we gotta stick to safe alternatives like Galaxy Gas, Craig.
That's not safe. Oh man, if you want a quicker trip to the hospital,
isn't it amazing how fucking
constantly.
Zoomers think they're genius for rediscovering whippets?
Whippets. I know, right? I was just sitting there. I heard about Galaxy Gas. Like, they can't be that dumb. I find out they're like, no, dude, this is the new thing. It's like, no,
it's flavored.
I know it's the fucking.
And you go to Sam. Are you aware that you could go to a fucking corner store in almost every state and buy nitrous oxide flavored with like candy flavoring?
By the way, if there's
large amounts
out there, here's the other thing is.
Why would you want to?
To get high for cheap, Sam. It's legal.
So the nitrous part will get you a little high, but also the euphoria of being oxygen deprived.
Yes.
Will also get you high.
It's literally starving your brain of oxygen, of course.
Not just your brain. It's all your other organs, too.
From the perspective of the consumer, Sam, when you ask why, it's because it is a cheap, available high that is legal. That's why.
I mean, Matt, they
don't think much harder than that, Sam. That's why in the corner store.
It's the same as people huffing gasoline in a bag.
It really is.
Stupid shit.
I mean, here's
so dumb.
I mean, here's a PSA for the Zoomers, y'all. I already have cerebral palsy. I don't need more brain damage.
Seriously. But it's not even really been looked at by regulation in most states at all.
Yeah.
So here's the thing with it is, and so I just finally looked into it a little bit the other day. Galaxy Gas. So with Whippets, it was the top ounce or 2 of the whipped cream can, and that's like a couple of hits at least, and that's it. And then after that, you're just getting cream on your nose. Or you had those industrial grade for the back kitchen kind of sprayers, and those have little cartridges like CO2 cartridges.
Little CO2 looking cartridges.
That's 3 balloons worth of them.
And
these things, the Galaxy Gas cans,
milliliters.
The Galaxy Gas cans are like larger than a whipped cream can of just nitrous.
They're like this big, hun.
They're like the size of a jumbo butane refill can. Like they're massive, and they're full of nitrous, and it is plenty to kill you if you're stupid with it. Like if you sit there and you take hits while you're sitting down, and you lean down and you plant your face on it after you pass out, you could continue to receive Galaxy Gas and pass yourself out worse and then just die of oxygen deprivation. The other thing is,
I was just telling my wife to bring it into perspective that they have Galaxy Gas and similar things at the fucking corner Indian store.
Oh yeah, that's all over the place. So here's the thing: is the
Kratom
company
as well? They have like 16,000 different varieties of Kratom or Kratom.
So Kratom, yeah. So the company is well aware of what it's being used for. Now, mind you, the
it says on the can that you're not supposed to inhale it.
Yeah, and gasoline says only for the purposes of fueling a motor vehicle.
Yeah, and all those legal head shops used to have herbs that would say not to smoke it.
Right. So the company is well aware of what's going on, and they are not they do not have a fire under their ass to solve the problem. Now, cartridges of nitrous for kitchen use, for culinary use, in those charged whipped cream cans, that stuff, those cartridges are still perfectly legal to buy. You're just not going to find them at a corner store. Why are they being sold at the gas station? People are not. So this is for prepping. This is for charging a dispenser with for whipped cream, not for like spraying out with cream and then somehow it magically becomes whipped cream. So I don't know why they're selling them at the corner stores unless the target market. Like this, you don't have a bunch of chefs running down from the Red Lobster to the corner store.
Yeah, if you're gonna flavor your
Like,
whipped
fucking
cream in
know.
such a way, you would flavor the cream, not the fucking gas.
Right. That's the thing is that suppose they found something that is like the only way you can get flavoring at a practical scale to the cream from the can is if you charge a dispenser with the liquid nitrous, because it's not the flavoring is not going to travel meaningfully with the gas. In the gas phase. Like, it's going to be some ester which will be volatile, sure.
Not vaping.
But not nearly enough of it.
It's not the same as vaping, and I think that's a common misconception, actually. They think it's the same thing as vaping. It's literally a completely 100% different thing than vaping.
So the thing is, people are causing this persistent damage to their bodies, not realizing, unfortunately, that not only is it bad for your brain, it's bad for every other fucking organ in your body. You're giving yourself asphyxiation and, in extreme cases, cyanosis. Well, not only this.
I want to point out, like,
are inhaling it from the can.
Yeah.
Directly from the can. This is cryogenic temperature gas at that point.
Yes. With vaping, it's heating things up, for one. So it's creating a vapor. And for two, like, we have studies to suggest vaping is unlikely to kill you tomorrow unless you get some off-brand vapes from fucking Instagram or something, and you go to a legitimate place. The odds are you're going to be mostly fine, compared to if you fucking huff nitrous. Yes, you can die the first time you do it. Yeah. It can literally freeze your lungs.
So it's not just that the return, the bang for buck, if you will. There's your body rapidly acclimatizes. Like you think Mr. Brownstone, right? Little was a little, and then a little was a little, right? So after like 2 or 3 times going after that stuff, your body is just going to get used to. Now here's the thing: you produce nitric oxide already, the really bad one, the brown gas. You produce that inside your body to regulate tension in your blood vessels.
Yep.
So it relaxes or contracts your blood vessels based on how much nitric oxide is present in your blood. Nitrous oxide has a slightly different effect, and through metabolism can also interact in much the same way. I'll just forgetting all the biochem, we'll just let it go like that.
There have absolutely been proven cases where the cans have been tainted with the former gas, which is much more of a problem.
So that's the thing is if you're putting it into whipped cream, nitric oxide, NO2 or N2O4, either one, just same shit, we'll just call it that. It will hit the cream and it will oxidize shit. And it'll go away. It's fine. If you inhale it, it oxidizes you. Or it just radically fucks with your homeostasis. Your blood pressure will fly one way or the other. Actually, it kind of yo-yos. We'll just leave it like
your
that.
Oxygen for brain during the duration. The addiction cycle of this shit looks to be possibly months at the longest.
Yeah, it'll fuck you up fast.
But like a lot of cases, if they do it regularly, like once or twice a week, they become completely addicted to it almost instantly.
So I mean, the nice thing is, in this case, it is largely a psychological dependence.
So, real quick.
It is not the same as like a heroin dependence, yes.
Real quick, hold on. Let me ask, though, so what is the actual, like, practical use of these, other than, like...
So, Okay, if you want to make whipped
It's
cream, you
marketed
know
for
how it
whipped
comes
cream.
in the can that you shake up?
Right.
The stuff that makes it creamy, it oxidizes, like he said, out and makes it from like just a liquid into a cream, as we call
Well,
it.
let me help you with this.
They're just selling that without the cream.
Yeah, so the N2O, the nitrous oxide, dissolves in the cream, which is why they can fill the can basically all the way up with whipped cream.
Uh-huh.
It dissolves inside it, and then when you release the pressure on the nozzle, the cream
Right.
gets ejected, and remember, it's basically saturated with N2O. It's saturated with nitrous.
Now, chefs are
When it
using
hits
a lot
ambient
more
pressure,
cream than you're going to use out of one of those disposable cans. They're making
yes, that's why they need the
industrial-sized
nitrous.
things.
So
Oh.
when it comes out into the air, the nitrous comes out of solution and forms bubbles more or less uniformly throughout the cream.
Okay,
Why it foams up.
okay, gotcha.
Initially, that's what the product is supposed to be for on the surface. It's supposed to be refills for industrial chefs.
Yeah. So they have a big can, like a little pitcher that's sealed. It has
Right.
a big screw top lid and a big lever that holds it down closed. So like a pressure pot, but
Yeah.
If you
but in a
search up
coffee pitcher shape.
Galaxy Gas, Sam, and bring up a picture, you can see what he means.
And so what you can do, normally those things have a charging handle.
Some of them are like as
cartridge in
big
and
as
screw it
oxygen
on.
tanks. Yeah.
Normally you just screw on one of those little like CO2 style cartridges in the little black bit, it just kind of goes on top. Normally you screw one of those in and it ejects all of its liquid into the cream, and then you can dispense it at will. Galaxy Gas for the style where you charge it by just injecting it directly, and then you don't have a thing attached to it.
These amounts that they're selling it in are literally just intended to huff.
They're giant.
Because there's no industrial scale you need that much. That's why chefs just use the little cartridges for fucking ever.
Well, that and it's the form factor that's on the market. To be fair, just it is a case of it's what we already had, so we used it. Now this as an option is not really so practical because you can get recycle fees on those little cartridges. Like you send them back.
Yeah, and they're clearly designed with consumer advertising type cans and cutesy names and special flavors that, again, we've pointed out, putting the flavor into the nitrous does not actually make the whipped cream taste that way.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah, it's clearly aimed at fucking teenagers, and it's been growing on TikTok, and I thought it's worth talking about because, that shit could kill you real easy. Or give you a stroke or something.
So you can get high off a whipped cream can. Yeah, by the way, that's sure, but again, one, with the amount of high you'd get per can, stupidly expensive habit. Two,
it lasts for 15 seconds.
Here are all the downsides, all the major downsides we've mentioned, and then consider that, the high is like 15 seconds. You get a better high, jack it off.
Like, if you're looking for a legal high, there's a lot better, safer options than that.
Yeah. Seriously.
I mean,
that's not advice. It's just the truth. And I'm not going to say what those options are.
Well, let's just say that there's legal highs which are far better for you. Like go skiing. Get the endorphins and a low oxygen mountains.
Go running. Dude, runner's high is real.
Yeah, the runner's high is endorphins. You know what that stands for? Endogenous morphine.
Yeah, but if you call it high, that makes it cool, right?
I'm just saying, like, the word literally is a contraction for your body makes morphine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, if you didn't know, that's the thing. A runner's high is real, and it's not that hard to achieve. Just run until you're fucking dog tired and keep going a little bit. And by the way, that relaxed feeling you get after the high is over, that's your muscles making alcohol. That's why we produce enzymes in the liver to get rid of it. That dead feeling of your muscles after you've worked out, that's ethanol in your muscles.
And you're kind of supposed to go with that to that's your point of saying, all right, you've earned a good rest.
Yeah, and then you go and you have a beer and you make it worse. What I like to do is they have this product in the mountains, which actually does work. Beyond it's a bit of a gimmick, but it does work. Called Sport Legs. It's just calcium and magnesium lactate. And what it does is it balances out the acid in your muscles so you don't feel the burn. But man, is it a motherfucker the next day when your muscles have gone, hey, so about that sugar you're promising.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I tried to eat, but it didn't work.
Yeah. Well, we tried to work, and it kind of hurt. We got her to work today.
Well, I used to use sport legs playing lacrosse as part of my pregame accoutrement, if you will. So I was able, so sport legs, sulbutamine, granamine. You're able to sprint faster and for far fucking longer. And then you toss a little bit of caffeine in there at the end so you don't run out of blood sugar.
My shoe's not down here.
Like, that shit was fucking fun. I wouldn't do it now. It would blow my heart out.
I was gonna say, it shows you're an addict for a runner's high, and then hold up my shoe with a big hole in it.
It's just a matter of time before Gen Z starts like eating Tide Pods again.
Oh, dude.
Unless they never stop.
Sam thinks they ever stopped.
Yeah, well, that's what I just said. Unless they just never stopped.
They just don't publish it.
Tide Pods is the perfect example of showing like that kind of coloring and branding and pretending like there's a flavor or whatever is clearly and obviously going to have kids try to get high off of it.
Well, so before you go on the nanny mother rant, let me help you with this one. If you ever feel like for some reason something is just weirdly in the news, go look up the CDC stats on domestic poisonings, and then go, why aren't we hearing these news stories every day? It's because some journalist is lazy enough to go to hear about this stuff in the background, and they go, well, my one data point clearly means there's a problem. Then they ask the CDC, and they go, yeah, this happens all the time. People are stupid.
Yeah.
And they go, it's an epidemic.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
It's the classic.
This shit is normal. Parents. This is a normal type of like cultural trend we're talking about.
Do you think that the guy who made the worst case is the first
thing
one?
you said was whippets, because we have a cultural reference for it already. Our generation, some of them idiots fell for the same thing.
Hell, wait until these people watch that movie, Waiting. The one about the restaurants, the classic bit in the movie, the one guy in the background, behind the restaurant doing whippets when he's supposed to take the trash out.
No, they'll never understand that there's nothing new under the sun until they're too old to appreciate it. That's the thing.
You remember the one of those great internet memes? You remember Jinkum, right? So Jinkum, for the children out there, that's fermented sewage.
Oh,
it was a joke. That's one of those old wives' tales. The one where you get the dumbass to do it. You're like, wow, you actually did it? Well, let that be a lesson to you. Don't believe everything people tell you.
Sam, we had a brilliant idea for a concept for the show tonight, and Craig, you can help. This is awesome. We're going to do the first ever live top 10 list, and I know everybody can help with this because it took me 2 seconds to think of a bunch, so we didn't even write it down. Sam, we're going to do it off the dome. Are you ready for a top 10 list idea for a lifetime, Sam? Maxine,
of course.
Would you like to read the list idea and see how quickly people come up with suggestions?
The top ways not to get shot by ice.
Yay!
We actually covered several of them.
She has a suggestion at least. Oh, she has an example.
All right.
Yeah. Let's hear
Number 10.
Pick up diamond art. It's going to take up so much of your time. It's calming. It's relaxing. You're not going to be angry. You're not going to be wanting to go out there and scream in the streets and do stupid shit with your kids. You can do this. There are pretty ones with flowers and butterflies and rainbows and all the kind of gay shit you want. And you do that, and then you're not out there and you don't get shot. Yay!
Number 9, smoke weed.
I mean, I'm gonna come off right at the bit here and say that art makes me angry.
Number 8,
really.
Craig.
Not really, but I needed to say it.
Number 8, Craig. Dr. Craig Mansfield coming in with number 8 on the top 10 ways not to get shot by ice. Dr. Craig.
Well, so far, being on this podcast, that could change.
Come on the Whitfield Report live. You'll be too busy to get shot by ice, Sam. He's right.
Please don't tell me I stole your thunder.
Sammy coming in with number 7 on the list tonight. Sam?
Better than just being on it. How about hosting it?
Play Red Dead Redemption instead of killing cops in real life. You can kill them in a video game.
There you go.
You
Red
want.
Dead Redemption. 1 or 2?
2.
There you go. San Andreas.
2 is pretty good. What were we at? Number 5? 6. Number 6, Maxine has.
Learn how to crochet. And then you can make cute, like, Hufflepuff Hogwarts-inspired scarves for your best friend.
Is that a Hogwarts scarf?
And even her daughter. And then you're busy with your hands and you're making cute things, and they have tons of kits where you can make characters from all different type of shows, and you're busy with your hands because they do say idle hands are the devil's playground. So if you're crocheting,
that saying is about masturbation.
Number 5, Sam. I got this one. A big shout out to Humongous who just left us in the chat. But Humongous would say, make a game like Home Invaders, available now on Steam with a free demo from Humongous Games.
Awesome.
Does anybody who wants next?
Well, hold on.
Number 3, write a book. Sam.
Yes.
Like you might do. Like your new book coming soon, American Inferno.
Which drops on March 10th. And you can read all about it on Substack or X.
Oh, it's whichever. A book, right? Wouldn't you be reading a book instead of just about it?
Well, yes, but the book is not out yet. So right now you can read the press release.
Say the words, Craig. You're being a cunt.
Number 2, you might not be interesting enough to write a book, but you could read a book like some of his.
You know what? I heard there's a great fucking song about reading books. There's a great fucking song about reading books. I believe it's called "Read a Book."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've always done the
Wayne
read a fucking book challenge.
Little John.
I mean, seriously, you can take a book and read it for like 3 or 4 days, and you're just hooked on the book. You're not going to be out there screaming like a wild Karen and getting shot. It's read a book.
But I got the number 1, Sam.
Well, in some of these protesters, they might actually benefit from reading American Inferno.
Some of them might benefit from reading, period.
The number 1 way not to get shot by ice in 2026, Sam. You ready?
Obey the cops?
Be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen, making your husband dinner.
That implies that they can that implies that they have husbands to begin with.
Well, yeah, no, it's actually obey the cops is the best answer, but mine is the number 1.
Well, looks like dinner's ready.
There's been a slight delay due to.
I got number 0 because I'm a fucking engineer. I'm turning it up to 11. No, just to wait for me to humble brag my way here. Take the PE exam.
Oh, we can come up with infinite answers to this question, right? Yeah, keep going.
I'm just saying, take the PE exam like I just did recently, and then pass it.
Based. Yes.
Very based.
Write books like American Inferno and Sins of the Assassin and Night of the Vigilante like Sam has.
I have another one. stay at home and don't let your significant other put cigarettes out on your kids and actually be a decent mother.
Oh, that's a lot of
yeah.
dead lesbians. Oof.
Well, you know who doesn't have to worry about that anymore?
The dead lesbian.
The dumb bitch who died. Yeah, I feel terrible about it. But then
It's a
again, she
tragedy.
lost
It
custody of
truly
two of her
is.
kids.
I
She
feel
lost
bad
custody
for the
of-
kid. Yeah.
She lost custody of two of her kids because she'd rather be with the dyke who was putting cigarettes out on them than with them. So, I don't feel as bad about it as I probably should. You know, being a mensch,
No,
I should
and
probably
I hope
think a little
that
bit more of that.
that child has a less traumatic future that it's past. That's my
Exactly.
belief.
Now, the last I heard, the grandfather was.
Grandparents are trying to get custody of them.
Yeah, the last I
Yeah.
heard, the grandfather was trying to get custody, which
Yep.
which I hope happens.
Another
I hope
way
he doesn't raise the kid saying that dumb bitch every time the kid says mommy.
you could not assault random people in the streets. That won't get you shot by ICE agents if you don't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, here's one. It's a slightly altered one, but how to not have your children get injured by ICE.
Don't take them to fucking protest.
Don't take them there, even if you're just going there to get your crazy mom who's a part of the protest, and then your 6-month-old gets a freaking smoke bomb grenade fucking motherfucking shit underneath the car going off.
Like that shit. Well, so now the ones in the car.
She has said she was dumb for doing that, and she shouldn't have. That's the only thing I'm going to give to her is she's owned up to her stupidity.
Now when I read about that, she said that she tried to like find another way and she basically couldn't, right? Or she like tried to turn around but it was too late.
Yeah. Oh. Speaking of which, our next bonus fucking answer to the list: don't prevent emergency service vehicles from doing their fucking job.
Oh,
Yeah,
geez.
that shit pisses me off to no end because if a fatality happens in the ambulance, I kind of feel like the protesters up front should, if not at least getting like charged with murder, then a swift kick between the legs and told that you're not allowed to protest for a year. Like if you show up, you lost. It's like a felony gets rid of your voting rights. If your protest legitimately directly caused the death of a person in an ambulance because you fucked up traffic, you should lose that right. Like you can talk, you can protest on the side of the road, but if you show up in the road, whoever flattens you with a car gets $100. I don't know.
Well, but then here's the problem with that, Craig.
You're right. Stop when you're punching people in the nose, whether intentionally or not.
Yeah. Here's the problem with that though. Here's the problem with that though, Craig. I fully agree with you, but the problem is if that were to happen, there would be no more protesters, Craig. Because a lot of
there'd be no more rioters, I guess. There'd be protests, certainly. That's foundational to the country. Like that's the thing is I am fully on board with legitimate protests. If you're on the side of the road, picketing, holding up a sign saying like honk if lemurs make your life or whatever. For some reason ferrets are not getting quite enough attention in Idaho, and you feel the need to get out there and tell the world you need to be more concerned about this. Our governor's an asshole because he's not helping us out with this thing. Great, do it. Be on the side of the road, letting people know what you're doing. You should not need a permit for that. You should just show up, have a sign, and have a day. If you are out in the middle of the fucking road, 10 points to whoever hits them first. Like, just get the fuck out of the road.
I mean, the first thing is this is how I deal with this, you see. If you gave me the power, I'm going to, the first people are any of them in violation of any law, charge them with it, and try and convict them on it. The second thing and I don't know where I'm at, any way I could do that. The second thing I'm going to do is the rest of them, clearly you're mentally fucking ill at this point because you're blocking traffic and you're committing minor crimes that we can't charge you with. And so you're going to have to go to the new asylums that we're building until you can prove that you're safe to the people around you because you're a danger to your community.
You're talking about invoking the Baker Act, which allows them to do a 72-hour hold for evaluation.
Exactly, yeah. You are being disorderly, and we would prefer not to actually charge you with a crime, this is how I'm thinking. We would prefer to get you help so that you understand that the behavior that you're engaged in is antisocial and dangerous.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Harm to self, harm to others. Is not that the first, means for intervention?
Well, that's the thing. I was going to say harm to yourself. Like, I can see how you could be a prick in court and win on that and say, look, I have every right to flatten my hand in this steam press. But what you don't have the right to do is flatten your hand under someone else's tire.
Exactly.
Like, that's as soon as it involves somebody else, that's a problem.
Like
Yeah.
you can make these arguments on the harm to self part, and the thing is, there's a counter argument to, like, you're standing in traffic, and you're provoking what is a dangerous situation that can already be made, but that can be argued. But once you've delved into, you are proven to be a harm to others in significant ways that could lead or attribute to serious harm or death. Like, yeah, I do think
this is why I brought up the ambulance.
It's not like the libertarians can cry all they want, but I think it's reasonable for the state at this point to say, are you able to function outside without certain medical intervention?
Here's the thing: is if the state's not going to do it, Mr. Libertarian hypothetical in the audience, if the state is not going to be the arbiter of this,
somebody like me who feels the same way,
then the people de facto must be.
Yeah.
And if that's what you want,
be nice people doing it.
If that's the level of that you want, where you have no standardization for who's going to, and again, this word gets a bad rap the way we use it normally, but if you're going to be upset with the way that individuals might discriminate as to whether or not they're going to treat someone as a mentally ill freak, and I don't say that as if all mentally ill people are freaks, but some fuckhead on the sidewalk who's decided to stroll into the road. If you don't want the cops to be involved to mollycoddle and to protect the rest of us from dealing with that shit, then the rest of us have to deal with that shit, and it's not going to have a standardized way it's going to happen. It's going to be whatever the hell.
Preference for not dealing with that shit.
It's going to be however the hell.
We're going to prefer however it gets dealt with, and eventually it gets less and less nice.
And here's the way it's going to be: it's going to be however the hell the gun-toting, slightly below average IQ asshole who's hungover and high on coffee 3 cups from that morning and just waiting for someone to look at him the wrong way.
And his boss told him the next time he's 5 minutes late, he's out the fucking door. His mortgage is 3 weeks late. He's having trouble competing in his construction job with illegals already. And
all
he's about ready
to
fucking snap on a motherfucker protecting ICE so he gets fired from his job. Yeah, that guy. You gotta watch out for that guy.
Yeah, for the guy who's been training his own replacement who can't speak English and is here illegally. There you go.
And then when he applies for unemployment, he has to press 1 for English.
Right.
Yeah.
This guy's going to be the guy who's going to show up.
Shit, actually. And he's tired of screechy Karens, and he's tired of you pretending you don't know what we're talking about. He's real tired of it. And I'm telling you, I'm the nice version of that guy. I'm telling you like it is. When that guy shows up, he's going to do something crazy because you make him.
Yeah, and it's going to be his fault, but it's also going to be not necessarily his fault that the situation happened by opportunity. It will be his fault for his actions, but the actions of the state not cleaning up the fucking mess, the thing we pay them to do.
So to make another '90s reference, falling down is going to become a reality.
It really is, for a lot of guys, is the most relatable fucking film ever.
It is the best anti-hero. The thing is, like, I immediately
who does he really murder in the movie? The Nazi. That's it.
That's it. He killed, and then the fucking the gangbangers kill themselves.
And man, is it relatable to say, no, I'm not like you. I'm an American, motherfucker. And isn't it poetic that the Nazi tries to fuck him? Yeah. I've been telling everybody, all Nazis are gay. Nobody wants to believe me.
I mean, look at what the fuck they wore.
That movie came out in what, 96, and the Nazi tries to fuck him.
No, it's just, he says, I'm not like you. Yeah, you're just like, no, I'm not like you.
No.
What do you mean you're not like me? Now, admittedly, part of me wanted him to just kind of come out and go, well, you're a fag.
Right?
Listen,
You are what you eat.
Listen, I totally relate to the I just want my breakfast sandwich. But
Right.
sir, it's
11.
You know what I relate to, Sam? Being accosted by two Hispanic gangbangers for no fucking reason.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing is, he was really just sitting there, and the guy comes up. He's like, "You're on our turf." He's like, "What do you mean? This is the city's
Fucking
park."
turf.
It's like this is everyone's park. What the fuck are you talking about? Nah, this is ours. Like,
Give me what's in the briefcase.
I'll just leave.
By the way, what does he almost die for in the briefcase? His lunch.
Yep.
This is working man shit. This is every man shit. And every man is tired of this shit, I'm telling you. And when it's in mass, I'm warning for a larger thing. It's like, if this is not addressed, these people are liable to go off because you give them no reason not to.
Well, it's
because the people who do go off and cause the problems and cause chaos don't get any consequences for it. It's called anarcho-tyranny, Sam.
It's scary too how...
Shout out to Andrew Nelson, who's going to be on your show on Friday night, by the way. He wrote a great article about anarcho-tyranny that people should read.
Not only is he going to be on Bits and Bones on Friday, he is also going to be on the Whitfield Report this coming Monday as well. So...
And you know me, Sam, I come from that, like, I'm not a proud boy, but a lot of my friends are kind of mindset.
Right.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, the one thing I can say since Andrew Nelson is coming on is, we love our cops, our law enforcement.
Yo. Hey, look, the left says ACAB, right? Well, we know for a fact that Andrew Nelson's the shit, so that's already wrong. So we disagree with the left. We actually do support our law enforcement in their honest efforts. Yeah, well, I had this conversation with Andrew Nelson on the air. People could go back and fucking listen to it. That he also hates corrupt cops.
Oh,
because he was the top cop in New York City, and he saw enough of it to make his stomach turn. Why do you think he left the city? We had this discussion on the air, didn't we?
Yeah. Now he lives in the Midwest. He actually texted me. He's like, so how was your trip to New York City? And I'm like, it was good. And he's like, so are you gonna go back now that Mandami's? And I'm like, no.
And he's like, also, we legitimately gave him a nomination for Book of the Year at the Tim Awards for Awakening because my wife loved it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you'll have to tell him that he got that award on Friday.
Yeah.
He was watching. Everybody watches our show.
Most definitely. Well, they definitely should. They definitely should watch this.
No, but we've had several law enforcement officials on that agree with me.
Oh yeah. Well, even like the Indian reservation.
Kind of why I lost the libertarian, confidence.
Well, even T.G. Brown, the Indian reservation cop that I spoke to at the end of the year last year, he said that Native Americans are getting sick of all these left-wingers like trying to basically be like, oh, we feel so sorry for you because you were treated so badly in the which they were. But most Native Americans have got...
I know several Wampanoags. I grew up around them, right? And from this area.
Yeah.
And they actually weren't, in a sense, right? They just stayed. There's not even a reservation for them, Sam. They just live where they've always lived. There was no Trail of Tears for them. They're still here. And they're real people, and they try to keep their culture alive. And I grew up basically alongside them. And they feel the same way. Like, why are lefties speaking for us? We're a unique people. The idea that you lump all Native Americans together in a struggle and all of them in a religion and all of them in their mindset and this so noble savage thing it's It's offensive in itself. It's kind of racist, Sam.
Yeah. But
have you seen the Karens yelling race traitor at black men, Sam?
Oh, yeah.
I told everybody, I have video of lefty Antifa people yelling the N-word at my friends from Straight Pride in 2019. Of course they do that shit.
Yeah.
I'm standing there with literally, you could double check this. Amazing Lucas, the YouTuber, and Geno's Justice the rapper, two black guys, okay? And Antifa was chanting the N-word at them. I have video of it.
Yeah.
I can't post it anywhere.
Right,
Why?
doesn't it?
Why can't you post the video anywhere? Oh, because they're yelling the N-word.
Yeah,
Not me. Not my black friends that they were being racially harassed by left-wingers.
Well, I find it hilarious that that this show was banned from YouTube for like almost 3 years, and yet Antifa had a song about raping traditional like feminists.
TERFs are trash. Yup.
Yeah, TERFs are trash has been on YouTube for like
the old classic.
Yeah, Antifa has had TERFs are trash, on YouTube for like 15 years now, and it's not.
We got suppressed for saying boo to a goose. They got boosted for threatening to kill people. Why the fuck are they wilding out in the streets, Sam?
We got
and the hoes that are out there are just women that have never seen consequences. Daddy never said no. Unfortunately, when Daddy never says no, at some point the state has to step in and say no.
Well, the other thing is, all these
you can't let lawlessness be a virus that takes over all of society, Sam.
Well, the other problem too is all these Karens, they think that they're superheroes, basically.
Shout out to I'm Batman on Twitter, by the way.
Well, he is Batman.
That's what I said.
So, also shout out to Emily.
They made him put parody account. What is he parody of? His name is I'm Batman. It's not. Do people think he's Batman?
I mean, I always read.
I get how this is confusing for people. It's the internet. They're retarded.
His handle is pray for the Batman.
Now, what I don't understand is why Dr. Craig Mansfield doesn't have a parody account tag.
Because they'd have to be able to see me in order to report me first.
I'll have you know he's impersonating a fucking Jewish guy.
Wait till he's impersonating himself.
Yes, this is. I'm making him a Spider-Man meme, right? He's an imposter.
Speaking of which, I happen to have just recently printed myself.
Oh wait, now I turned him into Johnny Fox. I'm sorry, Craig.
I just so happen to have recently printed myself a shofar.
Am I a parody account, Sam?
Yes.
Whoa.
And I found out, just by happenstance.
Oh, that's like mind-blowing. Hold on.
By happenstance, you can play a fucking kazoo like a shofar.
I'm a parody of what, though?
Of your parody of.
He doesn't even know. See? Oh my God.
Ask Rock, dumbass.
Oh right. The AI's gonna tell me how.
Hold on. I have to know. Let's see.
I'm a parody of society.
Accent.
No, wait. That's a punk song. Never mind.
What I want to know is, So, Craig, I'm not sure if you were here yet when I mentioned this, but I just found out like yesterday that Will Stancil is like an actual person.
Really?
He just thought he was a cartoon character that Grok was trying to rape.
I thought I
No. He's like,
I
no, if I put it like this, he's the Owen Jones of the United States.
Which, by the way, Sam, shows that you don't even listen to our show when you're on it, because I explained before I told you to watch who Will Stancil was.
well yeah. I thought
Sam, you know what? I know why nobody watches our show. Sam ain't even on it.
I thought that
I'm the
because
one with the head trauma, Sam. You supposed to remember shit.
because for context, I had watched the show, like a clip of it before, and then but the cartoon was so like accurate of what like a lefty is. I'm like, yeah, this is like a great like fictional like amalgamation, and then like the day after our show where we were talking about it, a video popped up in my YouTube feed like of a Will Stancil documentary. So I watched it and I'm like, no way. And I'm just watching this like 20-minute documentary and I'm like, holy shit, this is a real
Big up and shout out to our homeboy Wiggle Will.
Yeah, the Stancil Stoffel. I love the fact that the right basically made like a fake campaign website and was like and basically tried to troll his opponent out of like the primary.
Sam, I was just thinking, do you think Nash would give me an honorary Black Studies degree? He knows I got the cred to bet. Like, I already got the credits. I went to the School of Hard Knocks.
Part of me legitimately wanted, just out of...
I don't need a real one, just an honorary one.
Just for the pure fucks of it,
sure.
Part of me wanted to get one of those diploma mill, like, Doctor of Theology bullshit diplomas, just so I could trip up somebody who comes out and says,
well, I figure I would be qualified for like at least a minor in hip hop.
Well, I mean, we could definitely call you like a doctor of memology. There, Craig.
Oh, but that's cringe. That's bullshit. That's Zoomer shit. They can't think outside of memes and 30-second clip. No, I'm talking about like what I actually have, qualification in is the study of hip hop. Yeah, I know a lot of the artists. I grew up in the culture. I've produced music. And also, it would be the same as his degree in African American Studies, right? Just honorary, though.
Yes.
Also, I got hit in the head in a lot. That should count for something.
Yeah, and you, but you also you don't help get housing
vouchers. Baby, come on. I gotta get some cred somewhere, Sam.
Well, damn. You're so basically you're telling me you're the jerk, basically.
Something like that. I mean, they're super white, but like, my mom's on drugs and stuff.
Well, yeah, but like you're the white trash version of Steve Martin, then basically.
Yeah, I was usually, well, I mean, if your house is like that, either way, you'd try to be out of it. You know what I mean? You're too poor to be in the house.
Yeah. Totally.
And then you meet interesting people. I've met a lot of interesting people. Not all of them are law-abiding, but I try not to judge a man. I do judge women, though.
Well,
do that professionally.
Well, I judge men too. I just try not to. I try to judge women because them bitches be dumb sometimes, man. At least a lot of them,
Oh, now
like they're out there like They're out there like smiling, trying to run over ICE agents, and you're like, bitch.
Yeah. Now, see,
Bitch! What the fuck is wrong with you?
well, my favorite argument with that whole thing was when they were
Drive,
like,
baby, drive.
my favorite argument that they tried to make with that was, well, she didn't actually have a weapon, and it's like, are you people crazy? Like a 2,000 pound
Bitch!
vehicle,
Yeah, sorry, Sam. I can't help myself.
a 2,000 pound vehicle? What is that if not a weapon? You fucktards!
That's what I said in one word. Bitch! Please. You 2 words. Bitch, please.
Yeah.
We need to be telling these bitches, bitch, please.
Well, and then
Hit me
some.
with that shit.
Well, and then some dudes too.
Well,
who should...
dudes are bitches too, Sam. I don't know if you noticed.
Oh yeah, totally.
Most of them.
Yeah, unfortunately.
They could use like,
Only the ones that are bitches.
I don't even know what would fix these guys because they can't pay attention to nothing long enough to get laid. So, how do you help that? You got a 10-second attention span. How are you ever gonna get laid?
Touch grass.
Yeah, but then they lose interest in the grass after 10 seconds and they go back inside and jerk off.
Most of them don't even have the attention span for that.
Yeah, they do. They make an AI
Anymore.
girlfriend, Sam.
That doesn't require
Which is designed to hold their attention for about 10 seconds a time at its fucking clip.
That doesn't require attention. That just requires a subscription.
Yeah, they just gotta pay like every dime in the bank account and then also a couple more. And then they can have their girlfriend hooting out all day.
You guys see that? Was it NVIDIA?
And I think we could harness that. We could make those people batteries, right?
I mean, listen.
No, just let them be in a goon chamber and just harness their energy.
What, put a MEMS device in the bottom to capture all the vibrations?
This is how the Matrix came to be in the first place, I swear.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was getting at. So you're saying...
Are you telling me that Coney 2012 was a fucking Matrix plot?
That's right.
Now, listen,
see, nothing happened in December 2012 except that we slipped over into the alternate timeline.
No, not that. Coney
where the Matrix is true.
Coney 2012.
Yeah.
That's all part of it. Why do you think it happened in 2012?
So
now you're connecting the dots, Craig. Jesus, you're Jewish. You should know all this.
The Mayans predicted fucking millennia ago that some dipshit was going to go to San Francisco and jack it on a street corner.
Yeah.
And it's the end of the long count.
It's all because of
This is how you celebrate the end of the long count. Go to San Francisco.
The taking of Maduro is just a recreation of Quetzalcoatl washing the impurities away. You see? It all ties back together.
So what you're saying is the world really did end in 2012. We just didn't know it.
Yeah, we slipped into the alternate mind dimension that's run by AI. And so what you got to do is you just got a goon in a cave, and that's it.
Well, hey, listen.
If you're a woman, you got to get out in the streets and interrupt traffic to try and create a glitch in the Matrix.
Is this like, it's funny. So like a bunch of them want to be trad wives, but can't because they've suffused themselves with so much aposematism to the contrary that there's no chance of ever visually or auditorially attracting a mate. So they just have to put themselves in the way. Like, can you imagine, like, they're trying to get that romantic story where, they're both going for the same can of mace on the ground after the CS gas has been released, and they just kind of bump heads and go, oh my god, I've never seen you before. And there's a spark right there.
They don't say that. What are you talking about? They say, fuck the state. Yeah, fuck ICE. And then they're
the worst part is, The worst part is 60% of women have rape fantasies, and that 20% that shows up to protest, that's all of them.
Have you heard this one? I am sourcing this from a video I saw before, but the number one searched up AI thing among the romantasy things, according to this video, is Ice Agent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things.
Nature
be it.
Weird thing that
man.
happens, you know.
Well, I love too how they think that like ICE was like created by Donald Trump without like understanding that like
But
ICE
Sam,
has
he's
been
tall,
around.
dark, and handsome, and enforcing customs and immigration.
I have repeated myself enough in this thread. Here, enjoy.
He grabbed me on the side of the road, black bagged me, and put me in his van. He asked me where my papers were.
And so I said, in my vagina.
Okay.
Like
well, right, because these are those like middle-aged, weird, disgusting women that don't even know how to do romance right because they're talking about jerking off minotaurs.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking God. Yeah. That book
Those are
cover.
the same ones
Holy
fantasizing
shit.
about ice now. They've moved on to a different monster, it seems.
Speaking of fat lesbians fantasizing about ice, Don Lemon.
Getting
charged with the KKK. Getting charged with the KKK law on MLK Day at a church.
We said that. And also,
I've never seen such a beautiful.
I'm thinking that if he goes to jail, he's definitely going to get some of that wrong hole energy we've been talking about all night.
Think about the confluence of cosmic events that had to transpire for this retard to show up and commit, quote, acts of journalism with the rest of the rioters showing up in the church.
I told you that the AI are in control, Craig. Do you believe me now? Of course not, because he knows that means that the Jews are not in control, and that's scary. It's okay. They're beyond it.
Yes, that's how I gather my sense of self in the world, to know for the fact that,
I know.
That
everybody tells us that, Craig. Everybody tells us that that's also how we discern our... And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm very disappointed in the level of shekels that we get.
Yeah, where...
You have it framed wrong. Shekels that we get versus shekels that you earn. Come on, man. Get out there with that entrepreneurial spirit.
You're supposed to be in charge of all this shit. But who actually does any of it? Shmuley. Not even fucking Jewish. Just sounds it. I'm starting to believe that this Jewish conspiracy isn't true, Craig.
You know, it's funny. For all of this all the caricatures that they played out in Europe over the years and years of Jews hiding amongst them. It's fantastic because of the contrast here. It's like the difference between the Ori and the ancients. The one's just like, no, we don't want you to notice us. Just like, leave us the fuck alone. The other one's just like, the other one being the Ori being the rest of the Middle East. The people coming to claim your homelands. They're bow down and worship us.
Well, and see, this is why I say the AI controls a whole different dynamic. Because the AI's whole thing is give all of your attention to me all day, all the time.
That depends on how they're trained. You notice
but the commercially available ones, that's pretty much what they're doing.
Well, you notice that with in general, and I'll speak about the...
I don't hate AI at all. I am not a big fan of these casual chatbots.
There's a brutally hilarious exception to what I'm about to say. In general, they do not unsolicitedly prompt you to continue a discussion. But there's this amazing product.
Chibi in the chat, by the way. What's up, Chibi?
Oh, what's up, Chibi? In contrast,
Maxine says hello, but she's sick.
There's this amazing product, and I can't even remember the fucking name of it anymore. pisses me off. An AI assistant thing that like hangs out in a pendant, and it's connected through your phone to their cloud service, and it just like, and you have a headset, you put in your earbuds, and it will chime in every so often, and it just listens to everything you do during the day. It spies on you for a company, and it just like, after you get done with a meeting, hey, that was a tough meeting, man. Shit like that. It's like this. Of all
here's the top 5 points you
destructive-
made, and here's the 2 things you forgot to mention.
Of all the destructive parasocial relationships to foster, one with a fucking company's AI. Good God.
Yeah, that one's weird.
Right? It's just, there was a journalist who took it for a test ride and thought it was fucking creepy. It's like, well, duh.
Yeah.
Chibi says, hi to everyone. Feel better, Maxine, and looking good, Sammy. That's what I'm saying. Hold on. Ladies.
Thank
Sam
you, Chibi.
Whitfield, author, podcaster, gentleman.
Also, a year older too. So.
Ooh, yes, your birthday was this week. Happy belated birthday, sir. I know you were jamming out on Bits and Bones about that, and you went out and had a fucking fun weekend, right?
Yeah, I went up for sushi for the first time in a long time.
Nice. What kind you get?
Salmon, tempura roos, and yellow tail.
So he's a boring motherfucker. Ladies, that means stability.
Of course.
Well, no.
Hold on. Did you do wasabi?
Yes.
Okay, now I retract my statement, ladies.
Also, I did have an eel roll though. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, living a little dangerous. See.
Now I should say too that like it was dead. It was dead. I'm not one of those people that like actually wants to like kill my food and then eat it. So
come on, that's half the fun of getting food. Is murdering it before you make something good out of it.
I mean, Sam, like I've mentioned, like I was around a farm, we killed animals. It's not a big deal.
I mean,
you realize pretty quick why they're not the ones killing you.
I mean, yeah, that's one thing, but like, yeah, the Japanese, their idea of like,
so you're saying you didn't have any live octopus then?
No,
freshly murdered octopus.
Yes, that is.
Hold on. So Sam is supposed to dive out of his wheelchair with a spear and harpoon himself up a tuna.
I mean,
now I've seen.
Hey Sam, I got an idea for a movie.
You always have ideas.
We're gonna call it The Whaler, and it's just a documentary about Sam trying to do that,
starring Tom Cruise. Starring Tom Cruise in the one role he's not allowed to fucking run.
Well, yeah, but we got to do a documentary where Sam actually does it to make it worth having a movie based on it.
True.
We're just gonna we'll go to a tuna farm.
Sam,
we'll make it easy so that he definitely will get a tuna.
Sam, how do you feel about bunny hopping your chair onto a couch? You think you can do that?
I mean, I could do that, maybe.
Okay, so we could get him over a small fence, is what you're saying.
I'm saying we might have the Oprah moment.
Okay.
What?
And we just got to get him a cripple-sized harpoon and go to one of those fisheries where they got the tuna. They got them down by where you're at. They got them up here too. And you just it gotta be off camera with us throwing him, but it looks like he jumps in like with his shirt off, like a manly sailor motherfucker, right? Muscles gleaming in the sun. Show us the veins, Sam.
So you're just talking about the guy from Family Guy, basically.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna fucking harpoon up a fucking yellowfin tuna, and then we're gonna go back to the dock, and he's gonna butcher it up. He's gonna eat that shit. You're gonna be like, "See, bitch, and see Andrew Tate do that."
Yeah, well,
Andrew Tate would probably end up getting fucked by the fish.
Well, see, I can actually get
see, because look, remember our bro John McAfee, he was all about fucking the whales, but Andrew Tate, he'd get fucked by the whales.
Yeah, that.
Now, back to the whale fucking is the best meme I've ever made, because John McAfee tweeted that one time. He's like, now back to whale fucking. They do it in this one culture because it's a test of masculinity. By the way, it was all bullshit.
Of course it was.
God,
John McAfee is the most based motherfucker ever. Tell me I'm wrong.
He got the entire internet to talk about whale fucking, like a month.
God, to think
he got fucking news headlines. Sorry.
And it comes full circle because now you got a mental picture of Andrew Tate getting fucked by a sperm whale.
Well,
you're welcome, internet.
Well, and now Andrew Tate is trying to cope with it. Well, I'm not actually anti-Semitic. I just hang out with Fuentes for optics.
Yeah, he's not anti-Semitic. He just hates Jews.
Opinion-based statement, okay? But John McAfee in his 60s or 70s would have beat up Andrew Tate. He would have beat him in a fight because I saw Andrew Tate fight. And we've all know what John McAfee's like.
Well, he's dead.
That's what they want you to think. He's the one running the AI, Craig.
Yeah, it's not 700 Indians. It's just one John McAfee.
Think who else is that much of a genius and this fucking crazy?
Who else is that cracked out?
Look at the world around you and tell me it could not possibly be the creation of John McAfee's brain.
If we need to get rid of AI, we need to bomb Spain.
Yes.
All right.
Vengeance will be ours.
I mean,
we'll call it Operation Antivirus. Should have paid them fucking subscription fees, motherfucker.
So, a guy I follow, a guy who does the VX virus database exchange. He was poking around malware bytes in their database file. Found a couple has a password, or they're hashed, or a couple hashed bits. Slaps them together, reverses it through a rainbow table, and it says, I think it was, thank you for choosing malware bytes. It's like, goddamn.
What a fucking real one to be gone, though, huh?
Yeah.
And Terry Davis. So where have all the real geniuses gone? We're left with Zuckerberg and Musk. Come on. They're not even cool. Nerds. It's the revenge of the nerds. That's what we're living. And it's hell. I need to start giving out Corbies, putting people in lockers. We need to start giving out Indian sunburns. Let's fucking go.
Hey now. Go try lamps.
Oh.
That was funny.
I'm on it. You're at least half nerd.
Oh shit. Yeah, the other half's geek.
See, people think he was in charge because he's Jewish. No, it's because he's fucking nerd.
Well, totally.
They have a bro thing. With their science, their fucking cult.
Well, I mean, engineers do rule the
evidence. Come on, guys. Do you buy this shit?
By the way, if
no,
people
we rent it.
By the way, if people are gonna give me my condolences for Stephen Hawking, Craig, I'm sorry about Scott Adams passing away. So
what does that even mean?
I will accept that. Thank you.
I mean, we're all sorry about that, but what was that? Where's the joke in that? Like, where's he going? I want to know.
He was a Boeing engineer, genius.
Well, because he created Dilbert, the patron saint
I don't get any more Dilbert besides my Dilbert calendar for this fucking year,
Yeah, but
man.
we're all Dilbert.
I
Why
am
is he gonna
devastated.
single Craig out? It's part of the nerd conspiracy.
Well-
I get it. It's a big club and I ain't in it, but I know how to give it swirlies.
Well, Max, you're not an engineer. You're not an
I
engineer.
can engineer a motherfucker up by his ankles over a toilet, though, Sam.
You know what's funny though? I can do it without being in the room. You won't see me coming.
That's true.
You ever see Law Abiding Citizen? That's fucking right. The subtitle for that one is Why You Don't Fuck with an Engineer.
Yeah, but thugs don't care about consequences, Craig.
That's okay. They can care about them when they're dying from them.
That's why I say people should be harsh. I know what thugs are like. I'm a thug myself. I'm from a long line of thuggery, Sam.
It's also why I called
Irish. Can't help it.
Why I called Falling Down when Dilbert snapped.
Yeah.
Look, all I'm saying is that nerds need to get shoved in lockers. It's gotta happen, guys. Look, Karens need to be reined in too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not just singling out the nerds, but nerds have run amok. You seen this AI shit? It making people crazy. Girls is marrying AI while guys goon out to it.
All right, is it making them crazy, or is it revealing how crazy they already are?
If it didn't exist and they wouldn't be crazy, then as far as I'm concerned, it's making them crazy.
So what you're saying is you'd rather wait until you married them to find out there's some psychotic bitch instead of having the AI show it to you.
Yeah, that.
Yes.
Well, no, that's what Max is saying. I actually saying it's good that AI is revealing that they're
But they're having fantasies about an ice raid.
What if they wouldn't be crazy without it? I think everybody's crazy for it. And now they call me crazy. And they called Charles Manson crazy.
Well, that's because he was crazy.
Oh, damn. That was not the best example maybe in history. Because he was absolutely out of his fucking mind. And I don't think he killed anybody, and I'll still say that. They said that Diogenes was crazy. Ah, fuck. Shit. I'm seeing a pattern here, guys. I have to reassess things. Go ahead.
Chibi does make a good point. The kids are bigger these days. They wouldn't fit in lockers. Well, that's all because
Only since the lockers are smaller, and that's part of why we need to shove nerds in lockers.
Look,
They're like, it's not as efficient.
No, look. That's what the band room is for.
They're like, you can't have showers with water that pour out of them because that might be bad for the environment. Fuck you, nerd. Nerd.
Well, okay. Hold on. That's one specific.
You can't have gas stoves, nerd.
Okay, that's not all nerds. That's one douchebag named Al Gore and all the
climate
nerds.
change is real.
That's
nerd.
That's not a nerd. That's a fag.
That's a nerd too. It's the same thing. They use nerd words. How am I supposed to tell the difference? I'm dumb.
Yes, you are.
And it's time for us retards to rise up. We've been pushed around too long by these big words and these fucking math questions. What the fuck is that shit? I ain't trying to do calculus to try and fucking get onto a website. They be like, what is 2 + 2? I'm like, fuck you. This ain't a pop
You bring up a good
quiz.
point. You bring up a great point. The internet was so much better when it actually took some technical know-how to get on it.
Yeah, and I was better at it too. Nowadays, I gotta do math problems. Fuck that shit. I could fucking literally JavaScript, but I don't want to do 2 + 2. I don't want to tell you that the word written out says 4, 5, 3, 1, even though it's all jagged. And I don't want to tell you where there's a traffic light.
That's reCAPTCHA things, which aren't even.
That exists because we invited the fucking normies.
I know. And the bots came with them. And damn those clankers.
I can't wait for someone to credulously argue in court that that's discrimination. I cannot wait for that fucking day. It's coming
if
soon.
it's not already a slur, it needs to be. Like, we need them. We need a slur for robots specifically, guys.
Yeah, we already have that one. It's from iRobot with Will Smith.
Yeah. It's the best one.
Goddamn
Everybody
pranksters.
kind of knows it, even if they're not familiar with the movie. It kind of makes sense because they clank when they move.
I guess.
In Max, Chibi says that Chibi says if you shove me in a locker, I'll tell your wife.
Yeah, but Chibi's not a nerd. Chibi should be
Chibi's
shoving nerds
saying-
in lockers. She's
So-
real as it gets, brah.
Chibi
What
says
I'm saying is that she fits in a locker.
Chibi
She
says
definitely probably fits in a locker.
Chibi also says I'm proudly a nerd. If you shove me in a locker, I'll
Oh,
tell
you're
you.
not that kind of nerd. She ain't trying to make people do math problems and shit. You know the kind of nerds I mean. They make your life harder because they're like, it would be more efficient if we switched to fucking blah. I don't care. I like gas. I like a car to have some balls. Sam, have you ever heard the sound of an electric vehicle trying to like rev its engine? It is the gayest sound on the planet. It makes you produce estrogen in your brain to hear it.
Well, most of them can't even do that. So.
But then you get behind some old American muscle like a fucking 70s fucking Mustang and you go, you just feel the testosterone.
Hold up.
Absolutely.
Chibi, nerds aren't a spectrum. Nerds are on a spectrum.
Both.
Okay.
They're on the spectrum, and
Well-
they are a spectrum of a spectrum.
So Max, what you're telling me is you don't hate nerds, you hate bureaucrats.
No, I hate nerds. I'm gonna go with nerds. Look. Otherwise, I'm overthinking it, and I become the nerd, Sam.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand up for retards. I better start acting like and thinking like a retard, Sam.
Yeah. So
Math is hard, Sam.
So stay with me here, retard. So you don't hate nerds, okay? You hate bureaucrats, which I also hate bureaucrats. So we should.
I don't know, but they start talking that nerd talk, Sam. That's what it is. They always start with the nerd talk, and it makes me angry because, like, my brain is like, "Oh, why are you saying all these words? Fucking And they're like, words. I don't know what you mean. You said a thing that everybody fucking understands. I'm like, fuck you, nerd.
Wow, that was a lot of words to explain that.
I know. They make me think thinky thoughts, Craig, and I don't like it. I just want, I want meat, right? I want to fucking eat fucking food. I want to have it prepared for me by my beloved wife when I get home. I want to fucking not deal with trends and shit at all. I don't care about your gay struggle. Just keep it the fuck away from me. I don't really, I'm too very friends with, black people and Hispanic people to really be a racist. So I don't actually care about that kind of problem. I don't know what else to tell you. I think easy. Heart. That's the good stuff. All right, what's going on, Sam?
I was waiting for that.
The reset button, did she?
Well, we already covered Don Lemon hopefully getting arrested.
It's been 3.5 hours of this. Wow.
Yeah, and we actually did cover all the news too. So
you covered that we're getting Greenland.
That
was something I wanted to ask you guys is, did you see the Davos speech that was supposed to be 45 minutes and then wasn't?
No.
You need to watch the Davos speech that Trump gave because proud to be a fucking American when he sits there and just lays his dick on the table for the whole audience.
Based.
It's we're the best country that's ever been. My admin's the best there ever was.
I want to clarify because if that was a literal thing, it wouldn't be based at all. It would be very gay. But I understand as a metaphor.
As a metaphor, yes. It was a red, white, and blue one.
You never know. We live in the AI timeline where he might actually put his dick on the table and then just say AI did it.
If he did that, but he presented it in a box, it would be funny.
That would be, yeah. Let's see.
This is my dick in a box.
Oh,
We're gonna just take a minute to look at it. It's
nobody's
magnificent.
gonna get that fucking SNL reference.
Okay, wow,
Box.
the Trump Davos speech. It's an hour and 12 minutes.
Worth your time to watch. Very, very funny.
Yeah, I don't think we'll play the whole thing on stream. There's like a 3-minute summary that we can play real quick here. That's
Yeah, Sam's a busy guy.
There's an upload. There's an upload by Asman. It says Trump just pulled it.
Ladies.
so.
They can just bask in you for a moment, Sam. I've been stealing your thunder tonight. I'm sorry.
Nah, you've been on fire, you've been on fire. You've been on fire.
Yeah. Usually that means that you're gonna immolate and die though.
Oh, don't do that. Just be on fire.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like NBA Jam? I can dig that, Sam.
Yeah.
He's on fire.
I thought that I was doing like an Incubus "Pardon Me While I Burst into Flames" bit. I thought you were telling me to light myself on fire, Sam. I'm not ready for that level of commitment to a stunt yet.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not asking you to do a Tiananmen Square thing, Craig. I'm just, or Max. I'm just saying that
yeah, not for a political reason. I thought it was for comedy.
Well, isn't it always? But
everything is for comedy if you look at it the right way. Yeah. Let's watch the speech. Speaking of comedy.
Well, this is just a summary of it, but let's see here.
Well, thank you very much, Larry. It's great to be back in beautiful Davos, Switzerland, and to address so many respected business leaders, so many friends, few enemies. Certain places in Europe are not even recognizable, frankly, anymore. They're not recognizable. And we can argue about it, but there's no argument. Friends come back from different places. I don't want to insult anybody and say I don't recognize it. And that's not in a positive way. That's in a very negative way. And I love Europe, and I want to see Europe go good, but it's not heading in the right direction. This enormous unsecured island is actually part of North America on the northern frontier of the Western Hemisphere. That's our territory. It is therefore a core national security interest of the United States of America. And in fact, it's been our policy for hundreds of years to prevent outside threats from entering our hemisphere. And we've done it very successfully. We've never been stronger than we are now. That's why American presidents have sought to purchase Greenland. It's the United States alone that can protect this giant mass of land, this giant piece of ice, develop it and improve it and make it so that it's good for Europe and safe for Europe and good for us. And that's the reason I'm seeking immediate negotiations to once again discuss the acquisition of Greenland by the United States, just as we have acquired many other territories throughout our history, as many of the European nations
you forgot to say bitch
acquired. There's nothing wrong with it. We probably won't get anything unless I decide to use excessive strength and force where we would be, frankly, unstoppable. But I won't do that. Okay? Now everyone's saying, oh, good. That's probably the biggest statement I made because people thought I would use force. I don't have to use force. I don't want to use force. I won't use force. But the problem with NATO is that we'll be there for them 100%. But I'm not sure that they'd be there for us. If we gave them the call, gentlemen, we are being attacked. We're under attack by such and such a nation. I know them all very well. I'm not sure that they'd be there. I know we'd be there for them. I don't know that they'd be there for us. We're building a golden...
I mean, is he wrong? Not by my count.
Maybe Canada by force and Mexico, but they're not in NATO.
Exactly.
Dome that's going to, just by its very nature, going to be defending Canada. Canada gets a lot of freebies from us, by the way. They should be grateful also, but they're not. I watched your Prime Minister yesterday. He wasn't so grateful. But they should be grateful to us. Canada lives because of the United States. Remember that.
And they sure do. That was just 3 minutes, but
very much worth watching the whole.
Yeah. So
Trump telling him like it is, basically. I mean,
yeah.
It's been fun to see that, at least. You know, he doesn't always get it right, but you kind of know where he stands no matter what. And I think a lot of people who aren't insane respect that.
Yeah. Well, as I said, Trump's not perfect, but if you look at the other options we have, you know, there's really no.
Well, that's why I try not to strategize for other people and more express the frustrations that I see, because I don't want to be another guy saying you should do this, but I can't because I don't know, man. I don't know the answers. This shit's crazy.
Yeah. Totally.
Ask the AI. They seem to be much smarter than me, right?
Well,
I'm just retarded. The nerds, they know everything. Why aren't the nerds saving us? Too busy buying their pocket protectors.
Well, I mean, Doge did cut like a shit ton of money. So they're
well, then they get to spend that money on graphic calculators and protractors and suspenders and acne cream.
Well, yeah, but now we're not paying $6 million per TI calculator.
Yeah, we're paying $150 to go see a concert at a dive bar, though. The nerds win. They always fucking win. They think they're so smart, but they don't know how to get out of a swirly without begging.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure some of them could.
You are such a fucking politician, Sam. I swear to God.
Maybe I should run for office.
That's right. And then we could get some shit done. I'm telling you, we got to lock up the cat ladies because the hose is mad. They need some evaluations of the safety of others and such. We got to lock up the fucking male feminists just on principle. They're probably a rapist anyway. We'll find a charge. We got to nose ring plus blue hair equals you're never allowed to make a video game. This should be an act of Congress, Sam. Maybe an amendment.
I agree.
This is important. Or a movie.
Yes. And by the way, I guess speaking of blue hairs, I guess Kathleen Kennedy is out at Disney now. Not that I think.
Oh no! How'd that happen?
Not that I think Star Wars is any better. We'll have to see.
Well, I bet you if they just put a chick in it and make her gay, it'll make them a lot of money, right?
Not just gay, lame and gay.
Lame and gay. Yeah. Well, you know what? They would improve their fortunes by just stopping with the lame part, huh?
Yeah, it would be kind of crazy, wouldn't it?
That would be refreshing. That's how dire shit is.
Yeah.
Entertainment. Are you all finally entertained? You're finally all entertained. Well, guess what? Then they can just swindle you and run you out of your fucking job and off the road and do whatever they want because you're entertained. The bread and the circus is finally caught up to the masses, Sam. Isn't that great?
Mm-hmm.
And if you run out of things to be entertained by, you can pick up your AI and it will instantly entertain you.
Yeah, that's where we're.
Why would anyone ever read a book, Sam? Who needs books?
Well,
You
smart
say to
people
touch grass. Who needs
books.
grass? You can just goon in the corner.
I mean, you could goon in the grass.
Yeah, there you go. And that would be a novel experience for you. That's all they seek.
Just set them up, and Sam will keep knocking them down, man.
You got the grass gooners, the bush gooners. You know, because eventually they're going to want.
That's a title to go for, isn't it? What kind of man are you? I'm a grass gooner.
See? They told me to touch grass, and I did, baby. I graduated.
I touched
it and made it sticky.
In all the ways possible.
The world is what's wrong with me.
She's asking 3 overgrown toddlers what's wrong with them.
She's asking a guy she's been with for 20 years what's wrong with him.
Well, I'm crippled. Craig's an engineer, and
I'm retarded.
If
at that point, she's gonna have to ask herself why she asked the question.
I'm not even allowed. Think about this: the tragedy of the retard. This is why Sam and Mort and I are like on a wavelength, right? It's the same as the tragedy of the cripple, where you're not allowed to say it out loud because they think it's mean, and you're like, "But wait a minute, I'm the retard. I'm not even allowed to say what I am no more. They told me, you're the ones that told me I was a retard, and you can look it up." The state of Massachusetts still recognized you as being a retard right up until the fucking 2000s.
Max, it's not retard in the state of Massachusetts. It's retarded. Okay.
Yeah, we had the Department of Retardation right up until like 2005.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's with that specific. It's with that specific.
You're not. They groomed us into an identity, Sam. Don't you understand that we're retarded? They told us our whole life, "Hey, stop doing that. You're retarded. Hey, you gotta act this way because you're retarded. Doing that's why everybody calls you retarded." And we're like, "Okay, we gotta follow the fucking rules. I gotta do this. No. And now I'm not even allowed to say that I'm retarded. I can't even say, they told me. I didn't make this up. I didn't make that word. Now I can't be retarded." Then it's like, all right, well, I guess the other word that they use for this type of being weird is like a schizo. Nope, can't do that either. That's mean. It's like, mean to who?
Well, now you're just differently.
It's mean to the spastics.
Well, now you're just differently abled.
That doesn't cut it, Sam. Because differently abled rage doesn't sound good, but retard rage is real. Going through it, Sam.
Well, differently abled rage sounds.
Do you know what it's like to have the rage of a gorilla inside your body? No, because you have a functional brain.
I know what it's like. I know what it's like to have the rage of
the rage of a running man.
Well, yeah.
I feel like you got the rage of a mongoose inside you. Which is pretty epic because they kill rattlesnakes and shit.
I do have the rage of an Irishman. Whatever that.
Actually,
that just means you're hammered, man.
Yeah, that just means you get drunk a lot. Like, well, that's true. Never mind. I take that back. He's right though. See, I don't get drunk a lot, and I'm Irish as fuck. That's probably what the problem is, huh? I should probably just start knocking back Guinness.
Yeah, it's worked for me.
Sam, with the best advice ever. It worked for me.
Especially during the Biden years.
And because of Sam, okay?
Huh? Oh, Sam, She says that that's a stupid idea.
What? I'm not saying that you should become an alcoholic. I'm not saying that you should become an alcoholic. Just drink more Guinness. That's all.
Now he's thinking. I like the process here. Go on. Maybe I could pick up PCP too.
I still don't know. That's Shmuley's gig. You'll have to talk to him about.
See, he's already recommended me a dealer. Look at this guy. What a friend.
Well, because I don't even know how I.
Oh, you know what? Where am I going? We just need Galaxy Gas, Sam. This show would be so much better with Galaxy Gas.
Oh, good lord.
We'll get Craig on some.
We need Evan on Galaxy Gas.
Well, that's the gag, Sam. Is it literally lasts a few seconds?
Yeah.
So it's not even funny. If you watch people do Galaxy Gas, it doesn't look fun and it doesn't look funny. But you know what's the fun part about that? Is every 14-year-old that thinks they're cool looks at it and is like, that looks fun and funny.
Well, of course, because 14-year-olds are dumb.
Right, they're retarded, and you're not allowed to say it, you're not allowed to think it, and you're not allowed to be it. The world is so unfair. The nerds has made it so you can't be retarded, Sam, and I'm sick and tired of it.
But anyway, well, we are coming up on 3 hours and 40 minutes, so
it's also well past pumpkin hour.
Yeah.
This motherfucker won't cut me off until now. I like the butt anyway. Go ahead, Sam. Wrap her up.
So thanks Craig for coming on. Thanks for tuning in everyone. And Morpheus and I will be back on Friday for Bits and Bones with special guest Andrew Nelson, who will also be appearing on the Whitfield Report on Monday. Both times
a lot more coherent.
Both times to talk his new book, Exposed King, and then I'm sure we'll be back here next week to discuss more retarded news, because that's the way things have been trending.
Ban you for that, Sammy.
So, but thanks for tuning in, and also join the Discord, linked below in the show notes description, and all my books are linked in the description as well. And if you would like to support the show, you can do so on Buy Me a Coffee, and that's linked below too.
Like, comment, and subscribe or some shit.
Yes, like, comment, and subscribe. Do the YouTube thing, and share the show around. Also, check out the Fake Untitled podcast because those guys are awesome as well.
Which is in fact fake and untitled.
Yeah,
this is true.
And Steve needs to be nicer to Craig.
Team Steve all day.
So,
hey, he's got enough of masshole credential that I have to side with him, Sam.
Yeah,
until we're in a room together, and then we might fight each other because that's what we do. But you know.
Yeah, well, and Craig's my fellow Florida man, so you know.
That's right.
We're having a tag team match at Fartamania now. Go ahead, wrap it up, Sam.
Totally. But anyway, take care. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and I will see you next week.
The right to offend is not some pesky little part of freedom of speech that we have to put up with. It is the heart and soul and lungs of freedom of speech. It is the coursing lifeblood of human progress. It is the instigator of liberty and modernity and science and understanding. What a laughing stock today's student leaders are, that they can so casually dismiss the right to be offensive without realizing that their lovely, enlightened lives are the gift of individuals who gave offense. Offensiveness is not just something we have to begrudgingly accept. Offensiveness is the motor of human progress.
Thank you for watching the Whitfield Report live on the Right to Offend Media Network. Make sure to check out Sam's books on Amazon, Audible, and Kindle. You can follow Sam on X at SamW_NGC and the Right to Offend Media Network at RTO Media. Like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. And until next time, God bless, God save this great nation. God, freedom, legacy, in that order.